What a battle in Greensboro we have on hand. The Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by West Shore Home. This pits two of the giants in the Metro Conference. Grimsley at 8-0. They've run the table all year long, a perennial power. The Page Pirates, their in-city rival. They want to pull the upset and possibly win a league title tonight. Entertainment on an all-time high. The weather has cleared out. We are in for some great high school football here in Greensboro. Welcome to Jamison Stadium with the legend coach at West Forsyth, Adrian Snow. I'm Evan Budrovich. Two programs that have had different starts to the year, and now a league title is on the line. What makes this Page and Grimsley rivalry so special?
Well, it's a big one. First and foremost, I told somebody today I only wear a tie with basically weddings and funerals and big games in October. So here it is, and started in 1960. Should be fun to watch, and I'm excited to get to be here.
These programs have had great rivalries dating back to the early 1960s. It's a tremendous matchup. And let's dive into our players to watch for this game. You've noted offensive linemen, strong play in the trenches. What can Tate Robertson and this young Page team do on the O-line?
Well, the good thing is they're older up front. If you look at them, but they've got to do a good job controlling those big guys in the middle. Let's be honest, Grimsley's got two space eaters up there that do a great job. They're going to have to do a good job taking care of business up front.
We'll focus on offensive line for Grimsley as well. On the right tackle, Nick Kashabara. How does he carry this load on the offensive line tonight?
Well, the good thing is he's got three seniors with him up there, so it's good for him. Coach noted that he's done a heck of a job as a young guy, so I think it's a positive for him. And like I said, you got to be a good job controlling your emotions in a game like this.
Tonight in Greensboro, we brought the snow with your presence and the hail pregame. And our third member, Rebecca Fiorentino, explains more about the wacky weather in this fun matchup.
Well, just how much does this game mean to the city and the students? Well, I talked to a few students of Grimsley who have been in line to get into the stadium since the last bell let them out. Of course, they had to go back to their cars during the hailstorm, but as soon as it was clear, they were back in line. Just 2 hours ago, this field was covered in hail, and I talked to Grimsley athletic director Ethan Albright, who also played in the NFL for 16 seasons, who's told me he's never seen anything like the hailstorm we had earlier. Now, of course, the field is going to be wet for our game tonight, but that doesn't mean anything less about the electric atmosphere that we will still get here tonight. And lastly, we got to say, Coach Snow, you look great in a suit and tie.
Rebecca, you have a good point. There's a well-dressed man in this booth tonight. It's not me. It's Coach Snow. The good news is we got some great football. Later start, though, Grimsley and Page getting set to go. There's a league title on the line tonight from one of the best teams in the state. Can Page pull the upset? We'll find out next for our Friday Night Rivals Game of the Week, presented by West Shore Home.
for the end zone. Leaping, making the catch. Touchdown, Grimsley. Alex Taylor just ripped the ball out of the page to finish.
Welcome back. There are the Grimsley Whirlies, #1 team in the state of North Carolina, in an epic entrance here at Jamison Stadium, right in the heart of the city of Greensboro. We have the smoke machines, we got the fireworks, and we got two teams that do not like each other, Page and Grimsley. Man, Coach Snow, this is exactly what you're looking for. Second to last week of the year, and an epic program facing their bitter rival.
Yeah, this time of year you want to play for something, and both teams are playing for something in a great environment. So it's going to be fun to watch, fun to be a part of.
Grimsley's won 23 straight football games, one of the best teams in the area. And Page is having a bounce back here, 4-1 in the conference. Not only upsetting some teams in the Metro 4A, but proving they can compete at the highest level.
Well, where their coach is great, does a great job, just like Coach Brown. But he knows how to get kids ready, and he's done a good job getting them turned back around.
We want to give you a look at tonight's Skywatch weather game forecast, presented by our chief meteorologist, Jonathan Wendt. The good news is the hail is out of the way. A little bit of wind, maybe a bit chilly tonight, but given the pregame start with the hail and the rain, this is a great sign.
It's all about football weather now. It's football weather, so it's time to play.
Do the slick conditions play a factor at all tonight?
I would think it might factor a little bit in a Page in their run game and what they're trying to do. You know, a lot of talk about weather helps the underdog sometimes, so we're going to see.
Getting you all set for kickoff. 60 years these teams have met. There's been stretches where Page has won 15 straight. Grimsley has now won 6 in a row. There's certainly a back and forth nature to this rivalry.
Yeah, Page for a long time handled it. And Coach Brown got hired here and flipped the script a little bit, and it's got going. You know, he's been there a little longer than Coach Robertson's been at Page. So, you know, we'll see.
And how about Page saying, we want the football first, elected to take the rock, and the underdog will get the ball first?
Well, you know, he talked about it this week in our conversations with him. He wants ball control offense. The best, when you got their offense standing on the sidelines, you're going to do a whole lot better.
Are you guys ready for our Hayes Jewelers kickoff? Hayes Jewelers of Lexington, the king of diamonds since 1939. And now the fun stuff, the football.
Here we go.
Grimsley's Luke Barnes, the kicker tonight. A Whirlies team that has rolled through league competition, all wins by double figures, facing their bitter rival in Page that has not beaten Grimsley in 7 years, and we are underway. This is returnable for Mr. Barley, the quarterback, and Kasai Poindexter takes it out to the 20. This is the question coming into the week. Who will play quarterback for the Page Pirates? Last week, starter Nigel Hinson out with an ankle injury, first game missed, and it's been all hands on deck. Davion Barley, he looks to be the QB today, number 4 in white. What does Barley bring to the table?
Well, he's an athlete. He's also a DB. They play a lot of people both ways. So Barley's one of those guys that gives you a little twitch in the backfield besides the running back and Andrews.
Here is the Cook Reynolds starting lineups. Poindexter is a freshman tight end, but an instant impact. And then in the backfield, Jarrell Wilson, maybe the most athletic player on this team.
Play with the H-back a lot. Saw him motioning during warm-ups, so we'll see.
Sets up a first down. Immediately on the ground, and just a yard, if that. This Grimsley run defense graduates one of the best players in the state from a year ago in Jamal Jarrett, but we do have a whistle here.
Got a flag here, probably going to be a personal foul.
That's going to be interesting on which team.
Got to control your emotions. It's an emotional game, but you got to control them.
Grimsley's noted with the defense. Joe Rigsby runs the show. Andre Hill, Jamari Davis, 2 gigantic men in the middle.
Yeah, space eaters. I mean, they're just large individuals, and looks like small offset.
And I like that early in the game. Don't let the emotions play a factor in the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's like you said, you just got to control it, because eventually you're going to get settled in. We're going to be ready to play, but you can't let it factor into it right now.
Joe Rigsby real high on Jalen Ash, the first-year starter on the D-lines, had an excellent year with 5 sacks.
Yeah, it's great players. They got a good front up there. The little man is one I like. I can't think of his name right now.
Jakari Eason.
Jakari Eason.
He's number 13.
Man, he's the microwave like Vinnie Johnson back in the day.
We have a whistle here before the snap and a second penalty on Page. Rebecca, how are these teams handling emotion tonight?
A lot of emotion for this one, and I spoke with Davion Barley, quarterback for Page earlier, who told me he wants to improve with his leadership style. I saw that happen right with that penalty where emotions were high. He went over to Monty Gisi and he said, calm down. He took him by the shoulder pads and looked him in the eyes and was just like, calm down. I could see it right here on the sideline. He came down. So leadership is a skill that Davion Barley's trying to have here on the game.
This is Page's biggest game of the season. They have been underdogs in this matchup 6 straight years. You can tell the emotion is playing a factor early.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those things. I know Coach talked about it all week. You want to get them juiced up, ready to play, because they're going to have to play well. But you also want to within reason. You know.
Wow, we have a personal foul after the false start. I didn't see the personal foul, but it does push this all the way back, and this is not ideal now for Page.
Well, it sets up, it's a field game issue too, and field position, and somebody must have said something.
Page was the more vocal team in the pregame, but penalties are a huge issue now. Page averages 10 penalties a night. And this Grimsley team, they're hard to score on, only 10 points allowed per game.
The official came, just talked to coach, told him what was going on. And we don't have that information. But
Doug Robertson, the 4th-year head coach, who has called the offense in years past, now on the defensive side calling plays this year. Leads it to his top assistant, Adam Clay, to operate this offense.
It's tough as a head coach to do that, but once you do it, you feel confident doing it, and it's a good thing.
Now Doug Robertson's offense facing a 2nd and 22. Davion Barley. Now another whistle. And Page is starting to shoot themselves in the foot on this first drive.
Definitely would not be the start you would want. But, you know, still a lot of play left. We still got 11 minutes in the first quarter. But you definitely don't want to start and pushing it all the way back to your own goal line.
All of a sudden, Page has to get to the 32-yard line to move the chains. This is a real tough task.
Yeah, nobody has. I don't know what kind of play call you got for this.
With a quarterback that's not a thrower by nature, he's a running back.
Correct.
Facing 2nd and forever. The running back gets out of trouble and gets up to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, you want to try to stay on schedule, but when you get thrown back this far.
And still chirping with Andrews, the running back. He's talking to the defense here.
Yes.
How do you control this emotion as a coach?
Well, I tell you how I do it. You take them off and tell them you ain't in. And we ain't going to get hurt, but you stand over here on the sidelines if you had to do it.
There's Doug Robertson, who is managing some big expectations here at Page. This is a state-winning program back in 2011. They want to get back to that juncture.
Yeah, when he got here during tough times, COVID, but he's done a great job. Good person.
3rd and 25. Quarterback keeper, and he gets nothing. Good pursuit by Kyrie Milner, the sophomore linebacker. And this is the one position group that Grimsley has wanted more production from.
Yeah, I mean, you look right now, it's just up front. They're getting up front. They're just taking it on. 13 gets blocked, but, I mean, a lot of great pursuit, and here they are, you know.
So now the punter is standing at the edge of his end zone. That is the hail zone. There's nothing but hail back there.
Can't step out the back. Be careful.
Santiago Garcia, good luck. High snap. Oh, Garcia catches it and saves a safety. This ball is fumbled. Oh, it's a wrestle off.
22's got it.
And who's got it? The ball just snuck away, but someone had possession. This is confusing. Wait a second. Both teams are saying they have it. Okay, Coach, I got to be honest. I've never seen this before.
So when the officials get together, somebody's getting ready to get it. I just don't know which team's getting ready to get it.
Could you claim that anyone had possession before the ball scooped away?
What I saw was 22 got it, and then it came out. So now, but the white hat's going on Grimsley's side, so it looks like
Grimsley football. Now that's a new one.
Basically,
that was interesting.
They didn't see the whole play through as an official. I mean,
right.
You just got to wait till you blow the whistle till it happens.
So imagine this, you're fielding the football. I mean, unless you're saying there that Grimsley has it. Here's the first play for Mitchell Summers. Actually, that's Terrell Anderson checking in at the running back position. Anderson, who grabbed the fumble, gets a first down. Able to move the chains.
They're moving quick, a little tempo here.
That's a Crescent Ford first down. Crescent Ford, a high point. Faison Brandon leads this offense, sophomore quarterback, and he does get the 5 yards. What a challenge. A Grimsley offense that scores 50 points a game and puts a ton of pressure on the opposing defense.
Well, you play fast, and then you just keep changing the tempo up, and then you're basically going to feel like you're playing fast, and all of a sudden you get them to draw off sides. I know Coach Robertson's about ready to pull his hair out. He ain't got much, but he's about ready to pull it out.
Faison Brandon, 2,000 yards, 29 touchdowns as a sophomore. He has 2 elite receivers, Terrell Anderson and Alex Taylor. One an NC State commit, the other a UNC commit. Quick out route. There is Anderson. Oh, he's high stepping, and Anderson inside the 5, setting up Grimsley in the red zone.
Just got so many weapons, make you have to defend the whole field.
Welcome to the 5-star roofing red zone on this out route. The tackles by Kasai Poindexter. And wait a second, we have another flag coming in.
Might be holding.
Oh yeah, they'll be exiting the 5-star roofing red zone.
We'll get 5-star back here in a minute, maybe.
What makes this Grimsley offense so explosive? We noted the 50 points a game, the 2 elite receivers, and then Mitchell Summers, the talented junior tailback.
I'm about Summers. I say Summers is a great player, but they just attack you from all different kinds of fronts. It's like war, and when you got to defend all of it, it's tough.
Sets up a first down. Faison throws it short. That's Taylor. Oh, Taylor's got some blocking, and he enters the 5-star roofing red zone. And a first down there and a gain of 15.
I think what's great, they're doing a great job getting their guy quick throws early, setting up a screen, getting him to feel confident about what's going on with Faison, and he's got some guys to throw it to.
5-star roofing, we do this every single day, and those out routes are really quick and efficient. Now Mitchell Summers gets the toss. It's a race to the red zone. Summers stays up, and he is in. Opening strike for 16 on the bang hard touchdown for Mitchell Summers.
Unbelievable. He runs with power and vision, and just, I mean, for a guy that's his size, he's a talented player, no doubt about it.
An elite running back in the state. 20th touchdown for Summers. He's in the top 25 in the country in scoring.
I got to see him this year against Reagan in person. Dynamite comes in small packages, man.
Watch out if you're the Coyote, because this man can really make things happen. 7-0 on the extra point. So Grimsley, one of the best teams in North Carolina, one of the best teams in the country, off and running. Mitchell Summers takes advantage for the Grimsley touchdown. Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by our friends at Caring Hands. Caring Hands Home Health, we understand the happiness of your loved ones is important to their wellness. As I know your loved ones are puppies, my loved ones are black labs, so everyone's got their favorites.
Yes.
And Caring Hands Home Health will help you out tonight. We're joined by Adrian Snow, former West Forsyth head coach, Now a traveling football salesman of excitement and opportunity. Page down a touchdown, nearly had that fumble recovery, and what difference that play could have made
Yes,
in the first 5 minutes. Instead, the kickoff team on, and Luke Barnes to send this away. Has an excellent leg, and that goes into the end zone for a touchback.
Make them drive 80.
On the first drive, we saw Davion Barley, who's a converted running back. This is his second week as the starter. Nigel Hinson, the starting quarterback from last week, was out with an ankle injury. Now Nigel has entered the game for Page.
Yeah, I think we noted that he was more of a thrower, and I think you got to do something to get him off of you. You can't just let him gang up on you in the front.
Hinson has 5 passing touchdowns, 5 interceptions. And the passing option, Hinson comes in for drive 2. Operating Doug Robertson's offense. Hinson feeds his tailback. And Maurice Andrews gets a couple yards. Rebecca, how about the insertion here of Nigel Hinson?
Using 3 different quarterbacks, it forces the offensive line to make slight adjustments. Specifically, center Tate Robertson told me it's their cadence and snap count they have to focus on. Last drive, quarterback Davion Barley, when he told me this week, well, teams know I'm most likely going to run the ball, so I try and change up my cadence between plays to confuse the defense. But that also means, and it requires the O-line to pay attention so they don't jump too soon, like we saw in the first drive. But Nigel Hinson in there, so we'll see what the cadence he has here.
Here's Hinson's first drive. Hinson to pass. And a completion. Nice catch for Poindexter, the freshman, who dives for the first down. What an effort from the true freshman.
I think we've got some emotion going here
and
again.
then Poindexter with some words. Good point to Tyquarius Hayes. This is the stuff as a coach you have to corral, correct?
You 100%. Well, the great thing is the officials did a great job there. They won't let the kids settle it, but they also want to make sure the kids are doing what they're supposed to do. So I think they came in and tried to help out, and hey, here we go. We got to move in the change.
If you couldn't tell these schools don't like each other, these first 3 minutes have told you the story.
Well, the great thing is they know each other. I mean, that's the thing. So that makes it tough, and that makes it interesting.
These schools are separated by 9 minutes down Wendover Avenue. I took that drive on the way in. It is fascinating.
With
and
a bunch
police
of hail,
escorts,
dude.
you had buses coming in, hail this afternoon.
Yes.
Fresh set of downs for Hinson. Feeds Andrews and gets a couple of yards. Maurice Andrews entered this game with 6 touchdowns. He averages 75 yards, but this is a stout run defense led by Keenan Hatcher in the middle.
Most definitely. I think what I saw there, coach is trying to spread them out, so maybe they don't load the box on him. Try to run a little inside zone there to get our boy Andrews going.
Maurice Andrews, in the eyes of this coaching staff, he's the bell cow. He's the workhorse, and Page needs that running game.
Got to. It sets up so much other things.
The Pirates average 190 yards rushing. Largely a running team. They'll throw it about 10 times a game. Not a big strength. Hinson on 2nd and 8. Opportunity here. And it's, knocked away. Good tackle by Hayes in open space, and that stopped the freshman Elijah Jones on the stretch run.
Yeah, running outside zone there, but that plays a lot into Grimsley and their athletic ability in the back end to come over there and basically rile them up. And see, there they are. They just, that gives them a chance to all come. This might be one of those things you want to try to keep hitting them in the gut, but they've done that a while, so got to try a few other things.
This Joe Rigsby defense returns 9 starters from last year's team. Jamal Jarrett, the big departure. He's at Georgia, and he's here tonight, by the way. He knew how important this rivalry was.
Means something.
Sets up 3rd and 15. Hinson pump fakes. He needs 15 yards. He won't get it, and is hit hard. And a late hit there.
Golly.
Wasn't needed by Maurice Andrews after the sack there from Kyrie Milner.
Well,
if you're Page right now, you have to control these emotions.
Yes, it kills you as a coach. It's all about field position, and now the officials getting involved, and you want to try to keep them out of it as much as possible.
Here comes the flag from Robert Griffin, our lead referee. Okay, so a personal foul on Page.
Yes. It was a big lineman, came in and tried to clean somebody up after the play.
2 drives for Page. Both have resulted in punts from their end zone. That's a hard task.
And it just sets up a field position game for Grimsley. I mean, for Grimsley, they're great on offense. You can't give them chances in this short of field.
And now Page needs to bring on Antonio Rush, one of the D linemen, as the extra protector. Last thing he wants, a Notre Dame situation against Ohio State.
Most definitely.
Oh, nice catch. Garcia sends this short, but it takes a nice bounce. And that's actually a 50-yard punt to flip the field.
Field the ball. That's what any coach will tell you. You want to catch, that's hidden yards. And if you can just, even if you just fair catch it, I know there, I feel like you had an opportunity to do it. Hidden yards.
And Rebecca, penalties have been the name of this game so far.
I'm down here on the Page sidelines, and the word that Doug Robertson kept repeating as head coach was discipline. You guys are seniors. You need to show some discipline. Discipline needed here.
Especially against the #1 team in the state, the Grimsley Whirlies, who can score at a premium. Faison Brandon. Nice out route to Caden Cateau. Caden gets a block. Oh, man, Caden is loose. Breaks a tackle, and he's into the red zone on a huge first down play.
Just a little route, basically a little out route, got him in space, and then here you go, blocking on the perimeter.
That was a 47-yard play on first down.
Fake counter left and threw the out route right.
Now Brandon looks to run. The sophomore has a crease, and he's knocked out of bounds. That was Poindexter on the stop. The talented freshman who has some words for Grimsley here. Let's dive into those Cook Reynolds starting lineups. Maybe the best receiving tandem in the country between Anderson and Taylor, and we just saw Cateau a moment ago. And then Mitchell Summers, he goes on the ground for over 1,000 yards rushing.
Just weapons, 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 weapons.
No concealed carry needed for this Grimsley offense. They can move the football.
Yes.
In league play have scored 40 points or more in every league game. The winner of this game is in prime position for the 4A Metro League title. So Summers gets the rock, breaks a tackle, and jogs in. What an easy touchdown for Mitchell Summers.
Well, he made it there. I mean, they had an unblocked D lineman. He makes him miss and goes in for a touchdown.
That's a Bang Hard Apparel touchdown. Go hard with Bang Apparel, offering athletic apparel to help you stay motivated with the right fit.
Here it is. I mean, like I said, a man 18's unblocked. Hit 22, makes a miss. I mean, sometimes you gotta make plays.
A chance to make this 14-0 as Henry Jackson comes on for the kick. And Jackson gets it through. We do have a flag after the play. Let's see how this unfolds.
Barely
After a
got through.
3-play, 57-yard drive.
Running into the kicker.
That should get figured out on the kickoff. Yes.
Yes, they can take it there.
Hope you adjusted your glasses tonight, because this light show gives you a little show.
I'll tell you what, my eyes now, I ain't got one good one.
We'll take the timeout, come back with Grimsley rolling in this first quarter. Well, one of the best teams in the state and the #1 team in 4A football is rolling in this first quarter. League rivals Grimsley and Page. Grimsley's won 4 straight matchups, and we asked Darryl Brown about the rivalry. He said, yes, on one hand we've played better, but the respect level for Page and Grimsley is at an all-time high.
Yeah, I think they understand. Both coaches know who they are, and they both do a great job, and that makes it easy to basically make it a great rivalry.
Third kickoff for Luke Barnes. And a third kick into the end zone.
Gonna have to go 80 again.
So mentally, if you're Page, how important is this drive, and especially getting that first down?
I agree. It's definitely big here. The problem is Grimsley just puts you in a lot of problems that you've basically got. You need to throw the ball some. You got to. That's probably why they brought 7 in to help them out.
That was Nigel Hinson, who missed last week with an ankle injury. That was a low-scoring, grinded-out win, 25-21, with 3 rushing touchdowns for Maurice Andrews.
He's back in there, 7. Nigel is.
Sets up first down. Andrews moves in motion. You see the confusion here for Page before the snap. And Andrews gets a nice block. Able to pick up half the yardage there on first down.
Great counter play here with the H-back, pulled the guard, and had the tight end pull.
Is this the kind of night where a triple option could be valuable, just given how hard it is to move the football?
Watching Page, I don't think they've done that a lot. They've been, but the problem is when the quarter Nigel's in there, you know that basically you've got one running back, so you can key on him.
Maurice Andrews, he's a big tailback, 5'10 senior, 180. And this will be important. He rushed for 100 yards in the playoffs against Independence last year. This is a guy who knows how to play at this level.
Yeah, and he knows that he played against good people, so he knows that.
Page is currently in position to make the playoffs. This could be a first-round preview. As Andrews gets the football, he is wrestled to the ground, but gets the first down. A Crescent Ford High Point first down, able to move the chains.
That's a great start on the drive. Ran the ball really well. Gave it to your best player. Pulled the H back here, running basically a form of isolation.
And that's like going to hometown buffet when big man Andre Hill can get his hands on you and take you to the table.
Yes.
That is a large human being, 6'2", 320.
A space eater.
Replacing the presence of Jamal Jarrett, who's now at the Georgia program and is in attendance tonight. The counter does not get much, just back to the line of scrimmage. And the pursuit of these DNs for Grimsley, this is something the coach was talking about all week between Jalen Ash and Jakari Eason. Excellent edge setters for this Joe Rigsby defense.
Yeah, I've like I said, Eason's the guy. I've had some great players that have been just 5'10", 200 pounds, but play like their hair's on fire. That just helps you out. And if you can play hard, we can find a spot for you.
Darryl Brown said Jakari Eason makes us go. That's uncommon for a 5'10", 210-pound kid, but he is the anchor of this defense.
High school football, that's the way it worked.
Sets up 2nd and 10. Andrews gets the rock and a nice hole. Chopped down there. Christian Brown, the running back. He gets 5.
It looks like what coaches got back to doing is what they do and try to do it well. You know, I'll go back to Marion Kirby. Marion Kirby back in the day would basically say, when all else fails, you got to know what you want to do. And basically they've gone back to run a little counter, and it's been good to them.
Darryl Brown's program, 23 straight wins entering tonight. A trip to the state finals last year. Currently would be the #1 seed in the 4A bracket if it ended today. So this game matters to Grimsley. They can clinch a league title tonight. Boy, does Page need a big drive here. 3rd and 6. Hinson throws it. Nice catch. And that should be enough for a first. And Monty Pegues, they might not give it to him, though. He's just short.
I think he's short, but I'll be honest with you, it might be one of these where you feel like at this juncture you might want to go for it.
This is the 18th catch of the year for Pegues.
Good throw and catch, just throwed the hitch, gave him a good throw, and here we go. Made a great catch.
This could be for the ball game right here. If you're Page, you need this yard.
You know, let's be honest, Page got danced, so who brung you? They're gonna give it to Andrews. That's what I'd do.
This is a homecoming week brawl. 2 Greensboro Giants getting after it. On 4th and shorts, Andrews does not have it. And the D line of Grimsley holds firm.
100%. I mean, just made a great stop there defensively, pinned their ears back, got off a block.
How about Bakari Colberry in here on the stop?
Just, I mean, look again, 98, just wearing them out. I mean, he just gets in there and makes it happen. I mean, just big play by him.
Wow, this is a game-changing play.
Hatcher just rolling.
And now the best offense in the state gets even better field position.
And it's one of those things, I understand why you do it, because you want to try to get some momentum going. You've put together, you've moved the chains. I understand it, just didn't happen.
What a test for Doug Robertson's defense. 2 touchdowns given up. And Faison Brandon back to work. He sends Cateau in motion on first down. Nice little bubble screen to Anderson. And Terrell makes one-man miss. He shoves off Poindexter and gets inside the 30 for a first down.
They're running counter, faking counter back this way, which he could do it, or run the screen out wide, which is a big deal. Make you defend the whole field.
54 yards, hard to cover.
Yes.
For the Crescent Ford first down. Here's the starting lineups, the Cook Reynolds defense. Alex Jones, the anchor of this D-line for Page. Jones has 5 sacks to lead the Page defense, but this is a tough assignment with how well Grimsley moves the football. Could be the final play of the first quarter. Brandon finds Taylor. Taylor with a flag gets the first down, and this might be coming back. Oh, a loose football! Hold on a second.
This is big.
Is the ball ruled down, though?
Nobody's saying anything. No, the officials are talking. That's another thing. Somebody's going to get got.
Waiting for a ruling here. Oh, it's a fumble. Page with a huge turnover.
Yeah, ran the same play just out of a different formation. Counter back away, and then ran the screen out to the right, put it on the turf.
Now let's see when this football comes out. Oh, wow.
It looks to be down, but here's what I used to tell our guys all the time. If you keep it in your hand, I don't know, it's close. You got that replay.
That's a huge takeaway.
Yes, big for Page. Big for Page. Big momentum, especially after not getting the fourth down around midfield.
Grimsley calls a timeout. Interesting change of events here in the final 4 seconds.
Yeah, again, if you don't put it on the ground, you don't give a human a chance to make a decision that if it's a fumble or not a fumble.
Now, there were like 8 Page guys around the football. I was curious who actually came up with it, because you're right, that ball comes out right at the last second.
It's close, really close. Okay, there I could see his knees down. He still got the ball. But again, you're dealing with humans, and sometimes it's the way it works.
It looks like Elijah Jones may have knocked that ball out, but
yeah.
I couldn't tell who got it.
Yeah.
Let's take one more look. Okay, so Jones strips it loose. Knows that knee.
It's close.
And that ball's starting to come out.
Look, if you're asking me, I would think he's down. But again, Taylor, the biggest thing is you just, if you don't let it get out of your hands, nobody's going to make a bad decision.
And it was Christian Brown, the D lineman, who got the football.
Yep.
Now this could be the final play of the quarter. Hinson feeds Andrews. All of a sudden, Andrews has some running room. And look at Andrews, enough for the first down. Big momentum play to end the first.
Emotions. And, you know, we've had a lot of crazy emotions, but how he got a big stop, got a big fumble, and here you go, got a first down on first play.
We head to the second quarter. Friday Night Rivals game of the week. Good rivalry with Grimsley, up by 2 touchdowns. Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by Caring Hands. At Caring Hands Home Health, we do our best to make sure your loved ones feel like they're being taken care of. How about Paige taking care of the rock, getting a huge fumble in the final play of that first quarter?
Big emotional lift, no doubt about it, especially after the 4th down that you didn't convert.
This is a Grimsley team that's won 4 straight. They've never won 5 straight in the series ever, going back to the 60s.
Wow, that's big.
And now Paige gets some new life, recovering the fumble, earning a first down. And to start the second quarter, we have a QB keeper that goes nowhere. Good pursuit on the backside. And there's the big man, Andre Hill, and Keenan Hatcher coming in on the stop.
It's tough. I mean, they're so big, and they just make it tough on you. Just a little zone slice action, and just couldn't get nothing going because you can't get any push. Got to get a push.
The center is the son of the head coach. That's Tate Robertson, the 3-year starter on the offensive line.
Going to play in the East-West All-Star game, which happens right here.
It actually announced those East-West All-Stars this week, and we'll dive into that throughout this game. Really neat to see the local products getting some time. Second and long. Andrews gets the first down yardage back, so it's 3rd and medium coming up.
So they've changed the formation. They're going with a tight end and an H-back, trying to get some more guys at the point of attack. A little 22 personnel. Coach Robertson said he didn't want to play no 22 personnel. That's what it looks like to me.
This running game will have to carry the load tonight for Paige. They have no time to throw the football.
Yes. That's why you want to be able to run the ball so you can play action, which in turn would help you. Big play here.
3rd and 7. Barley is now in at quarterback. He's the running threat. Feeds Andrews. Nice block.
Yeah.
And a bit short. And now you wonder, 4th and 4. You have field position.
Yeah, you're going to kick it here. Got to punt it here. Don't want to give them a short field again. They've had 2 short fields, or really 3.
This is a Grimsley program with 20 players currently at the college level at all different ranks. There's a ton of pressure here on Paige to keep this game close. Garcia's on to punt. It'll be a 3rd punt of the night. Oh, it's a fake. The up back with room. And he's got it. First down, Paige.
There's a flag.
Anthony Peel, but wait a second. We have a flag. Oh, it's coming back.
Golly. Oh, my gosh.
And that ruins the creativity.
Yes. Again, it comes back to the little things. You got to take care of the little things. And made a play here. Hey, took a shot. Here we go. We'll run a fake. You know, just snapped it to the up back. I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't see no hold, but that's another story.
I didn't see it in that frame.
No, not from what we were taking a look at.
So now Paige will have to punt this. 4th and long. Now Garcia handles the snap. There is short kick. And a worse bounce for Paige. They got to get on this. And that's why I wonder, going for it the first time would make sense. The punt game hasn't been great tonight.
Yeah, at the end of the day, they've had snaps. Snaps have been a little high, which in turn messes Santiago up in his rhythm. And that punt looked like kind of like one of my golf shots, backing that thing up. So, tough. Got another penalty.
Doug Robertson waiting for a flag here. And let's see.
I think it was holding on Grimsley.
Okay, so this will back it up 10 yards. Here's Grimsley coming out after the fumble just a moment ago. Big mistake for Terrell Anderson. He had it stripped.
Bunch formation.
First down handoff, Summers. And he'll get a couple of yards. Good run defense here with these D linemen of Christian Brown and Alex Jones in the middle.
Coach felt like that group was good, really good for him. He said their lines, he felt like, were the strengths of their offense, offensively and defensively. But again, tonight, they're facing pretty good offensive and defensive line themselves.
An O-line that averages 215 yards a game on the ground. Excellent running game.
Yeah. Helps when you give it to a really good player, too.
Grimsley has scored 30 points in every football game this year, including their toughest test, Mount Tabor, week 1. Takes a shot and a first down catch. Able to break a tackle, and Alex Taylor gets the first down, the Crescent Ford first down. Sorry, Riddle Tractor first down.
You put them in a tough spot because you basically you got those guys out there, and basically you're thinking that they're going to throw the hit. I mean, they're going to go deep on you, so you back off, and now they take 10 yards, and here you are.
That puts a ton of pressure on this Page defense. That's only given up 20 points a night. They've done excellent in league play. Here's the blitz. Faison gets out of it, chucks it deep, and overshoots his target, Kyan Battle.
Went empty there. Put the running back out in a formation too. Faison extended the play, just didn't get it to where he needed to be at that time.
That's the first incompletion for Faison Brandon tonight.
They've done a great job getting him in a rhythm.
Faison feeds Summers. Oh, he's hit hard. And a good blitz by the linebacker. That was DeMonte Brown coming in, laying the load with Anthony Peel right there with him.
Yeah, I think sent a little pressure. See here, sent a little pressure, a little blitz off the edge, made a play, got a great stop.
That's a sophomore at middle linebacker. What an incredible effort. 3rd and 10. Nice catch. Uh-oh, Anderson breaks loose. He gets through another. Anderson turning, touchdown Grimsley. We have another whistle here, a flag. Let's wait a second.
Yeah, it's down. Can't see it because
it was
got
after
the light.
The first down. Interesting.
Umpire made the call, which makes it a hold probably. That's what it was.
So the hold negates the touchdown.
Coach had dialed the right defense up, played a little pressure because he knew we were going to get it. And my man just makes a great play, great throw, great catch. And here you go. You know, it's great when you throw them to good players in Anderson and they make plays. They make you as coach look like you know what you're doing.
That Terrell Anderson is special. He has 8 touchdowns this year. And his relationship with Alex Taylor, they've worked so well together, something the coaching staff noted.
100%. Talked about how good they were. It was not about one or the other. It was about them both, which is awesome as a coach to deal with.
Page is making a bunch of changes before this snap. Faison Brandon on first down after the holding. Feeds Summers. And he gains a couple.
Yeah, I think what Page is doing is they're putting pressure at the point and basically taking care of business and trying to negate some of the quick game or the screens.
And 3 on the play will make it 2nd and 7 for Grimsley.
Tight formation here.
Brandon the toss. Nice room for Anderson. He gets the corner. He gets a block. And he jukes back in for a touchdown. That's NFL street for Anderson. Dancing his way in from 20.
You see here when we come back and take a look at it, basically they bunched the formation up, get them in tight, and been able to get outside and make a play. You give it to Anderson, and listen, we can throw it to him, or we can hand it to him, whatever you want to do.
And that touchdown will count. Anderson's 9th of the year. The sirens are coming. There's no tornadoes in the area.
There was some hail, but not that.
There's hail and a bunch of whirlies running into the end zone. As that kick is missed. So it remains 20-0. We'll take the timeout. Grimsley rolling with Terrell Anderson joining the touchdown party here in Greensboro. Beautiful night in Greensboro. Stick around for halftime, our My 48 halftime report. Scholar athletes, interviews, principals, handshakes with Rebecca, and first half highlights. All that fun stuff at halftime. The Whirlies, it looks like they're heading for the season. It is a little cold tonight. The Pirates, they're bundled up on the home side here. And what a battle. 3 touchdowns, including Grimsley, Terrell Anderson, the latest scorer.
I think you got to go back with Nigel at quarterback to give you a chance to throw the ball some, get them off of you.
Kickoff here for Luke Barnes. He's got an epic leg, and that one not in the end zone. But the knee was down. Now, was that considered a fair catch?
No, they don't do that in high school.
Oh,
but he basically caught it, and as he caught it, his knees on the ground.
Line. Oh,
just brutal. It just hurts you in the sense of just field position. You know, you're offensively, you're a grinded out kind of team. Now you got to grind it out for 97 yards.
You're playing the sticks, and you're playing an elite defense in Grimsley.
Yeah. Doesn't help you.
Tough play there for Kasai Poindexter, the true freshman.
Going back with Nigel at quarterback.
Nigel Hinson, who was out with an ankle injury 2 weeks prior before the injury, 134 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns and a nice win over Western Guilford. Now he'll operate from his end zone on 1st and 10. Hinson feeds Andrews. Uh-oh, that's turning the wrong way and just out of the end zone before Hatcher body slams him.
Yeah, again, Hatcher's just been an animal up front, just basically taking people and tough to block. And
Hatcher's looking for his Bowberry biscuit, man. This kid's getting after it inside the box.
Yeah. 98 and 99, large and in charge.
What's the adjustment as a coach? Maybe not in this position.
I'll tell you what, one of my favorite plays to run here, throw the fade. You're down here, catch, throw, try to get a kick, get Poindexter one-on-one, what you're probably going to do, see what happens.
There's Pegues, the lone receiver here on 2nd and long. Here's the shot, throws it deep. Pegues can't get to it out of bounds. Well, you're right on the play call there, partner.
Bam, I'm on it. Me and Coach Robertson, offensive line guy, we think alike.
Yeah, you got to throw that as a catchable ball, though, too.
Well, you do got to do that, but let's be honest, we're also probably hoping for either a PI or catch. We just don't want to go to them. And if they did catch it, it's like a punt. Now you got to have linemen covering. No, that ain't good.
It's a Grimsley defense that's picked off 10 balls this year in the first 8 weeks. Opportunistic under Joe Rigsby.
Coach does a great job, and Sellers has been playing good DB for him all year.
Sets up a 3rd and 12 as we hit the halfway point of the 2nd quarter. Oh, nice move, Andrews. He gets out of the safety. And that is it. So basically, Page gets to the half-yard line before being forced to punt.
There's some issues here. Golly, come on, fellas. Just play football. Ain't hard. Big hit, big issue here. We've had high snaps. Santiago has done a good job last time almost having a safety coming out of the back of the end zone, and it's a little shorter. Normally you're probably 12 yards. You're definitely at 10 here.
So Jack Kepley, the long snapper, has quite the challenge. No room to work with here for Santiago. Good snap. And this will just go out of bounds and take a nice bounce. That does go for a 42-yard punt as Anderson let it roll.
Catch the ball. That's just it. Just catch the ball. Fair catch it. Go over and catch it. Can't hit you. I'm telling you, it's a tough task to do in high school football, get kids to do it. But I'm telling you, unbelievable yards you save when you do it.
I'd say 15 yards at least. And now Page's defense absolutely needs a stop. There's Antonio Rush in this D-line. Faison Brandon's been all by himself tonight. No pressure.
Good discipline there. I know Coach has been talking about it.
Brandon on 1st down finds Summers. Little juke. Oh, man, this kid is electric. Mitchell Summers with his 3rd touchdown of the night. Put that kid on the poster, 40 yards in the blink of an eye.
Big counter play into the boundary. Just ran counter. The end got up the field, which is not what you want to do. You want him to squeeze it. They kicked him, wrapped, and he got 6.
That's a Bang Hard Apparel touchdown. Go hard with Bang Apparel, the official athletic apparel to help you stay motivated with the right fit. Just a warning, don't have a seizure, folks. This is pre-planned. There are a lot of touchdowns that are scored here at Jamison Stadium.
Lights are cool, but woo!
Jackson with the extra point. This time he makes it, so 3 of 4 tonight. And now Grimsley has a firm footing on the 4A Metro League title. We'll take the timeout. That'll pump up the Grimsley staff. It is all Whirlies in this Greensboro City rivalry. We'll come back with more. Stick around for the My 48 halftime report if you can love this killer light show. There's been a lot of touchdowns tonight. Interviews with the principals, first half highlights, and so much more. Man, Grimsley can move the football with ease. Mitchell Summers having a 3-touchdown night.
He's electric. I mean, you just put it in his hands, and like I said, did a good job by the offensive line. Got it rocking and rolling.
That's a huge challenge. Page, who almost had a fumble recovery on the first drive, then gets another fumble. They just haven't been able to take advantage of those turnovers.
Got my man, Coach Will Brown, got them boys up front going. Not relations to Coach Brown, but he's done a good job of coach.
Luke Barnes, who has a killer leg. He's had kickbacks on touchbacks on over half his kicks. Will add to that total.
It's close, but all you got to do is got to get inside the box. Now you got to drive 80.
How important are these next 5 minutes for Page, given the score, given how this game started?
I think the utopian world would be you could put together a drive, go down and put it in the box, and be 20-7 going into halftime. But it's been tough sledding for them. I mean, they're very run oriented, but that kind of plays into the favor of Grimsley.
Here's a 4-receiver set with Nigel Hinson back in at quarterback. And a whistle, quick movement there from Andrews. The penalties are starting to add up here.
Yeah, they just that's a killer. It's false start.
Illegal procedure to call against the Pirates. 5-yard penalty to mark it back to the 15.
Makes it tough on you. Again, what you do offensively, you're run oriented. Now you're behind the sticks, and it just makes it tough. Like I said, 1st and 15, but still, it's just you want to try to stay in rhythm.
Page riding high with a 2-game win streak entering this inner-city matchup, beating Northern Guilford and Western Guilford. Now a shovel toss, creative play to Jarrell Wilson, and he bangs into a defender. Wilson picks up 14.
Great play. Basically it's an option play. Could either be to the back, but they come back to the H-back coming underneath. It's a read. So basically they know the quarterback, they'd rather not run, so you can give it to the running back or you can give it to the H-back coming underneath. Great play design.
And Jarrell Wilson, he's a tank.
Yes.
And the coaching staff had noted Wilson's our toughest cat, he's our funniest kid, and he carried the rock well there for 14. Biggest play of the night for Page. Oh, now movement on the defense, and that's a first down.
Definitely. You know, the coach trying to spread them out there. Now you got to try to make them defend it all if you can. And, hey, got a little zealous on defense.
This is a good drive here for Jarrell Wilson and Nigel Henson operating this offense.
Yeah, I think, again, you're trying to just get in a rhythm. And maybe you get in a rhythm, put some points on the board before halftime, maybe feel a little bit better about it going in. Knowing you've not played great, but now you got a chance.
Fresh set of downs for Page. Play action. Henson throws short, and that's dropped. Good effort there by Pegues. Couldn't find him, so second down.
Yeah, play action off the running back to Andrews and trying to get it out to some people out in space, see what would happen.
Now the play calling here for Adam Clay's offense has been much more creative on this drive.
Yeah, I think, again, they've spread them out. They played with H-back some. They've just basically tried not to put them all in there, because when you put all your people in there, all them guys in blue are going to be in there too.
Coach Page rocking a great beard calling this offense.
Yeah, nice.
That was a savvy veteran.
You can't beat it.
Here us both shaving before the game. We didn't get the memo. Andrews gets the rock. Actually creates some space out of that. Look at Andrews turning his legs. And there is a ball loose. Was this ruled down?
Looks like they're
They
saying
had enough for
down.
the first down, but I didn't hear a whistle.
And don't look like they're saying anything. Make a call.
What do we got?
Well, we're sitting here conversing. Like I said, somebody's going to get it when they get together and start talking.
It looked like Grimsley got on top of the football, but was he ruled down or not is the big question.
Here's the big. I officiated all my life. Make a call.
What do you got for us, Robert?
Coach, my man just said it's a fumble. I read his lips.
And with that,
it's big. Now they're getting back together. I mean,
this is like driving to Asheboro and watching. Oh no, it's Page football.
what's
You
going
read the
on?
wrong lips, Coach.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Okay, let's watch this play.
First of all, my man Easton gets upfield. Not a good play by him.
The ball's definitely out before he's down.
Yes.
Now, if you rule him down, you could say the play's dead, I guess.
There, I mean, it's close, man. It's close. But again, as an official, just make a call. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I mean, you saw Snow officiate basketball games. I was going to fake it till I made it. And we're going to sell it and roll. And that's what you had to do. But those guys got together. Just makes it look tough. And
Well, a Forsyth County legend, Adrian Snow tonight, and Evan Budrovich.
I don't know about legend.
Accomplished coach. We can put it that
Okay,
way.
I'll take something like that maybe. Had some really good play.
By the way, your West Forsyth club's playing for a league title
They are.
against East Forsyth.
You're going to be there too.
We will. We'll have a blast.
Yeah, I might be over in the corner.
So Page gets the football back, and Grimsley just gives away 5 yards. An early rush there from D-line. That was Tyquarius Hayes on the rush.
I think this is the first time Page has been across midfield, if I'm not mistaken. So you know what? Like I said, it's got a chance to go down here and make something happen, and at least make it interesting. 3:49 left, right?
Facing a D-line, and Keenan Hatcher is playing in the Shrine Bowl NCSC battle. Good defense. 3 players in all-state tournaments this year. Sets up a fresh set of downs. 1st and 5. Henson pressured. Throws a prayer. It is almost picked. Wow, patty cake. The ball was bouncing around for Frederick Sellers and crew.
Yeah, Sellers has done a great job covering there. That's one of those guys you tell the guy, hey, throw it, if you're going to throw it over to your mama. Don't throw it out there and throw it up and give him a chance.
Oh, Sellers at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, it got in his hands. Make the catch. You know, that's what you want. It's all about making plays. You got to make plays. Got to make plays.
Could be a huge relief here for Page. 2nd and 5 after the near pick. Henson finds Summers. Not much room there for Andrews. but a good push.
Yeah.
Will turn out 3 yards there. Third and short coming up.
Got a chance. You got 2 to get it here. That's what, as the head coach, Coach Roberts, is telling him. You got 2 here. So you know what? If you didn't get it on, got to find a good third down play. But guess what? You've got 2 if you need it. We're hoping we're going to get it on third down here. Well, Coach Rigsby's going to send some heat here.
This is the best field position Page has had all night. A crucial 3rd and 2. Andrews. Oh, he's got it, and then some. Nice run for Andrews to the 39. So he gets 7.
Grind it up in there, give it your best player. Let him try to make a play. Once you did, got your first down.
That's a Riddle tractor first down, making tall grass short right here.
Just ran a little stunt, basically pulled the guard there, got up inside, and here we go.
The award at halftime, please report in the front of the field now.
7-play drive at this point, which is really nice.
This would be crucial for Page to get points in the last 2 minutes, because Grimsley has scored on 4 of the first 5 drives. Henson wants a screen. It's sniffed out, and that D-line all over it. Jakari Eason, one of the studs of this D-line on the stop.
Yeah, he tried to set the screen up, which I think could be a really good call here. I think the quarterback didn't sell it as well as he needed to be able to get it done and end up losing yards. Again, don't want to be behind the sticks, but we are, so you got to try to make something happen.
I was going to say, Page is not rushing here, and with 1.5 minutes to go, there's got to be some urgency.
Yeah, I think I ain't like you're trying to score quick, you're just trying to score. You know, but I think you want to try to get some good calls.
Henson on 2nd and long out of the pocket. Misses his target, looking for Wilson. And now it's 3rd down.
Tried to hit the tight end on an out route there. Sprinted out. Tackle was doing a good job trying to keep him at bay on the edge.
Page would certainly love the presence of Javier Rice. 2,500 yards, leads the state in passing. It's been more of a running attack for Page tonight.
100%. I think the thing here is you got to figure out what you're going to do on 3rd down. You know, if you get some good yardage and get past the 40, you might want to think about going for it. If not, you got to be careful because you're going to give them the ball back around midfield, and that'd be tough.
Page on 3rd and 16. Quarterback shovel, and it's fumbled. But that's forward pass, forward pass.
Correct, which is why you do what you do. I think he's going to punt the ball here. Tried to run the play that he ran down coming out just a while ago. An option, basically back to the H-back. Yep, 100%.
Wilson got hit by the D lineman as he tossed the ball.
Yeah, number 9 came in.
Jalen Ash.
Jalen Ash came in, caused some havoc there with some pressure. Thought it'd be an issue.
Uh-oh, Santiago drop-kicked it. And it lands at the 30. A lot of pressure there on Santiago Garcia.
Sure, it's tough. As a coach, you never want to hear the double thud. The double thud is a big deal. And it happened, but at least it went forward on him.
This is life flashing before your eyes here.
The dreaded drop kick. Have you seen that?
That's a legal extra point. You can do that.
Yeah. Doug Flutie did it. He was good at it. I think he was one of the last people doing it in an NFL game.
And the New England Patriots did it about 10 years back.
Yeah,
that's the last time I could think
Yeah, I
of
think that may be right, yeah. We never thought we'd talk about a drop kick tonight.
How about this offense at Grimsley? Back to work. 4 touchdowns for Faison Brandon. He's got all the time in the world. Takes his shot and misses high, looking for Jeremiah Deese, the tight end.
For Coach Brown and his offense, this is a big deal. You're wanting to work a 2-minute offense or a minute offense because you want to be able to get going, and basically because you're going to probably need it down the road. So this is big for them to keep working on it and go from there.
The Grimsley Whirlies riding a 23-game win streak, and that stretch is rolling here in the first half.
We were always big about a 2-minute offense, get a play that was positive off the jump.
Here's the second play from the jump. Brandon looks to run. He's got great legs as well and just jogs for 10 yards. And now we have some pushing and shoving after the play. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
the mascot gets involved.
Got to get him out of there. And officials, what are we doing?
Uh-oh, now we got a shoving match.
Yes, this is not nice. This is not good. Get the blue guys off the sideline.
Both teams getting involved.
Get the blue guys off the sideline. You know, the officials did a good job. They got in the middle of it, took care of business. And Coach Robertson's down there coaching his kids, and that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. I used to tell people I never had an issue with people having problems if a coach was taking care of it. Coach Robertson's right in the middle of it, making sure his guys are doing what's right. Officials got in the middle of it.
Were there any flags, though? I didn't see any.
I don't think they did. Now, I don't know who the... Looks like they're trying to talk to Coach Brown, but I think they tried nothing. They're adding a lot of pressure at the defensive back. Saw it in the last play.
It was Caden Cateau's blocking that set up all the antics after the little tractor first down. Brandon, here's some pressure. Able to escape it with a flag. And Brandon gets out of bounds after some good blocking. And let's see where this flag, if it brings it back. It's around the 30.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
And both teams continuing to talk after the play.
Yes, it's got to wear you out as a coach. Mitchell Summers had a big block down here. And as an official, you're having to navigate this the whole time. But as an official, you want to call big games, you know, but you got to deal with it.
There's some discussion amongst the officials. Holding the call against Grimsley.
The holding will bring it back 10 yards.
Yeah, 76 right there. He didn't take him down, but he did pull the jersey.
Jamarius Mateer with the hold, senior O-lineman.
Which helped Faison get out and get going. Not a bad call by the umpire there.
Final 47 seconds of the first half. Brandon feeds Summers. Mitchell Summers is so electric. He gets 5 yards out of nothing.
You know, running the ball there is not a bad thing when you put in a guy's hands like him.
We have a timeout here. Grimsley will talk this over. What an explosive first half for Mitchell Summers. 3 more touchdowns. He's got 25 on the year. And then to complement the passing game of Terrell Anderson with a touchdown as well.
They just come at you from all angles. You talk about war, you don't have to deal with war on multiple fronts. In this, you have to deal with multiple fronts. You got to worry about defending the pass with the 2 great wide receivers. They got a good offensive line, and you got a running back that's really talented. Oh yeah, sophomore quarterback, he can run it pretty good too.
We asked this Grimsley coaching staff, where are the flaws? Where are the issues in this team? And they said, just consistency, doing this week in and week out. It's been an 8-0 start, and trying to replicate that come November when the playoffs get rolling.
One of the things that I took out of our talk with Coach was Coach Brown was how he talked about how each week he made it about, hey, like we want to do this. He set little goals for the team weekly. It's not, yeah, it's about winning, but there's other things that we could do to try to prepare us for ultimately down the road.
Because right now the playoffs are the big conversation, trying to get in the top 5 rankings.
Yes, you want to have multiple home playoff games, and if you're one, you're going to have them the whole way out, which is nice.
Right now, Grimsley, the #1 team in the Greensboro area. West Forsyth ranks 2nd. 2 good 4A programs. Final 35 seconds. Anderson on the jet. And Anderson into Grimsley territory, shoved out of bounds.
Same formation they lined up in here that he scored on right before, early in the quarter. They basically took the, bunched the formation up, basically got him outside.
And that's where the speed of Anderson can play a factor. He's electric.
Playmaker's hands.
The NC State commit, making things happen on the little tractor first down.
Got out of bounds, stopped the clock.
Fresh set of downs. Little short option here. Kyan Battle gets a block. There's a flag. Battle cuts it back.
Out of bounds.
And he stepped out of bounds inside the 20. But let's see how the flag affects it.
Probably a holding out here. again, another little screen. I mean, just giving Faison a good chance to basically get it in the playmaker's hands. Nothing wrong with it.
The holding does bring this play back.
Holding is all against the Whirlies. Foul from the 36.
Start making that beeping noise. Boop, boop. Back them up.
I have some friends at Cook Reynolds who can help make that happen.
There you go.
Provide the lifts for tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Again, just ran the screen, got it out there to him. Yeah, the wide receiver there, Taylor. Yeah, 3.
The hook and hold.
Yes. Just set a screen. Especially, I mean, that's 10 yards down the field. Well, it was 11 to be exact, because now we're 1st and 9, correct? Look at me and my math skills.
Excellent, Coach Snow. Excellent.
Can't beat it. I can get to 20 if I got my shoes off.
Thank God it's only week 9. Imagine we get to the playoffs. Got to keep track of all these weeks. Grimsley at 8-0, Page at 4-4. The winner of this game is in prime position to win the league title in the 4A Metro. Brandon steps up. He's got a ton of legs and then some. Faison Brandon with a block.
Get out.
Breaks one and gets up the sideline before a pinball of blockers and Summers clears him into the 5-star roofing red zone.
Just again extending the play, making things happen. You've got to cover those wide receivers. And then now you got a guy that basically breaks coverage, and here he goes. Just makes it tough on you as a defensive coach in DC to deal with this.
5-star roofing, we do this every single day. Faison Brandon, his legs are electric. And now a whistle and a timeout for Page with 11 seconds left. Which gives you what, 1 shot for the end zone here for Grimsley?
I would think so. I mean, let's be honest with you. What you gonna call here? You're gonna probably throw the fade to Taylor or Alex and those guys and see what happens.
We saw this against Reagan in week 3.
Made a big play.
Touchdown against Reagan.
100%, right before halftime. And let's be honest with you, talked to Coach McGee earlier this week, broke their back during that time. So it was a big deal.
Hey, go ahead, Coach.
I was just saying at this point, Coach is talking about what's getting ready to go down. He knows what's getting ready to come because basically I think they're going to throw it in the end zone. Like I said, got 1 shot, and here we go. See what happens.
There's Doug Robertson. He was not only proud of his son, Tate, one of the O-linemen, but his daughter is now a football manager for the UNC Tar Heels.
It means a lot. Coaches' kids go through a lot. They go through a lot. They have to put up with a lot.
His daughter Taylor is a football manager for Mac Brown and crew. Top 10 UNC.
Awesome.
11 seconds left for Faison Brandon. He feeds Anderson, who gets a block and is just short with a flag coming in. 5 seconds left. So let's see where this flag.
Umpire called it, probably a hold.
The penalties are adding up for both teams tonight.
Bunch formation. Oh, chop block.
Okay, a chop block will back things up a bit.
It's a 15-yarder there. Yeah, again, they ran the squeeze formation where they bunched the guys in, ran the jet again, gave it to Taylor. Let the guy try to make some plays. 5 seconds here. Here we go. Page just called another timeout, trying to get their mind right, trying to get set up.
You don't see 2 defensive timeouts, especially late in the half like this. Not very often.
No, I don't, again, but I think the biggest thing coaches want to make sure is in this short amount of time, we got to make sure our guys are right. What coverage are we going to be in? Are we going to bring pressure? What are we going to do to try to make it happen? The kickers out there warming up. We used to, back in the day, we would have one coach that would watch to see if the kicker was on, and then we would be coaching the defense as hard as we can just to figure out what are we getting ready to do. So, it's big here.
You're right. This is in the range of the leg of the kicker and Jackson Henry. So you could attempt this, or you could take the shot for the end zone.
I'll be honest, if I'm Coach Brown, I want to get a kid a chance because we're going to probably need it down the road.
Right.
When it gets tighter, you know, if we feel like he's in range and we feel good about him, let's give him a shot and let's see if we can block it up, snap it, hold it, and kick it and see what happens.
It looks like Jackson Henry's warming up. This could be his kick to end the half. You're right, you added the field goal unit of Grimsley that only missed 2 field goals last year. Not as tested here in 23.
It's like the offense is coming on.
Okay, so the offense will stay in. Interesting. 5 seconds left.
Get ready. Gonna throw the deep ball.
Faison Brandon with his ACC receivers, Troy Anderson, Alex Taylor. Here's the shot for the end zone. It is caught! Alex Taylor to end the first half.
Unbelievable. Had the great coverage. The safety was over the top. Taylor makes a great play. I mean, here you go.
25-yard prayer, and Taylor's there to answer.
Coach Galloway from UNC is going to enjoy coaching this kid.
So both Anderson and Taylor with touchdowns. That's a bang hard apparel touchdown. And a backbreaker if you're Page.
100%. Takes all the wind out of your sails.
Well, who needs the field goal when you can go 70 yards in 7 plays in 1 minute and 6 seconds? Now Jackson Henry gets his kick, and he drills it. I think he would have made that 40-yard field goal.
Yeah, again.
Pretty good looking.
Yeah, it's one of those situations I felt like Coach, he coaches his team. He sees them every day, so it's what he feels like he needs to do. And, hey, it seemed to work out.
And how about the confidence in the quarterback, Faison Brandon, to find Taylor on that one-on-one ball?
Unbelievable. And, you know, you ever see those, you talk about dogs, right? Those Frisbee catching dogs, you throw the Frisbee and they'll go run and just, guys, that's what we got here. I mean, these guys, man, go get it, and they're electric. So they're really good. 3
touchdowns for Summers, 1 for Anderson, 1 for Taylor. How about a touchdown with Rebecca Fiorentino on the sideline?
Well, Coach, your offense is rolling. 34-0 defense, holding them to nothing. What have you liked out of your team so far?
We played really hard. We've had a couple penalties that I haven't been happy about, but the offense got going because of us defensively. We're stopping them, getting ourselves in good field position, and making plays.
A conference title on the line, what's going to be your message here in the half?
Well, we don't really worry about the score. We just need to go finish, clean up a few things, and just keep trying to get better each and every play.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
Rebecca, great point. All about finishing these next second half, 24 minutes. We'll come back and break down our My 48 halftime report with Grimsley rolling here in Greensboro.
Giddy up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Page Grimsley communities would like to welcome the new family and extend our gratitude for their ongoing generosity. I don't know what's going on. Student athletes. In honor of our rivalry, Lisa Sausage has offered a $1,000 non-renewable scholarship to 1 male and 1 female athlete from each school. The athletes are coach nominated and examples of courage, willingness to exceed expectations, and placing teams.
Throughout the 2023 Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Friday Night Rivals season, Bojangles will recognize Throughout the 2023 Winston-Salem Fairgrounds Friday Night Rivals season, Bojangles will recognize an exceptional senior student athlete from each participating school with a plaque presentation prior to each game. This week's Bojangles Scholar athletes are from Grimsley High School, Fred Sellers. Grimsley's Fred Sellers currently holds a 4.02 GPA and plays varsity football and runs track. He was awarded the 2022 Metro 4A Football All-Conference, the 2022 Greensboro News and Records Second Team All-Area, and played in the 2022 State Championship game. Fred gives back to his community by tutoring math to Kaiser Middle School students, helps feed the unhoused with the Greensboro Urban Ministries, and participates in Adopt a Highway. From Page High School, Anjali Tatini. Page's Anjali Tatini plays women's tennis and led her team to an undefeated conference championship her junior and senior year. She was the 4A Midwest Region doubles champion in 2022 and the state runner-up. She holds a 4.5 GPA and is an international baccalaureate candidate. Anjali received the President's Volunteer Service Award the last 4 years, completing 250-plus service hours per year. Fred, Anjali, and other nominated students are also eligible to win a $5,000 scholarship to be presented at the end of the season, courtesy of Bojangles. Bojangles proudly gives back to our community and is honored to be the sponsor of the Friday Night Rivals Scholar Athlete Award.
Congratulations to our Bojangles Scholar athletes. Now time to chat with our principals for Page and Grimsley. First up, we've got Page principal, Eric Negley, not Nagley, Negley. Thanks so much for taking the time to chat with us here today. It's October. How's the school year been so far?
Yeah, it's been a great start. Our students are doing an outstanding job, and our staff and our teachers are really getting after it, and they're working really hard, and we look forward to great things over the next few months.
One thing that we wanted to highlight in the month of November is your HBCU college tour for students. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so we're partnering with Dudley and Andrews High School out of High Point with the Motivational Foundation, and we're taking interested students on an HBCU tour sponsored in partnership with Guilford County Schools. So we're really excited about giving them that experience, getting them out of North Carolina to see schools across the country.
This is a chance for you to brag about your school here a little bit. Tell us about the Malik Ramirez Learn to Swim program.
Yep, so just a really unfortunate and devastating event 4 years ago where Malik passed away in the lake across the street from school. He did not know how to learn to swim, so we were working with our youth at Page, teaching them to learn to swim. So over the past 3 to 4 weeks, we've had 30 of our Page students learn to swim. So we're really excited about that.
A great thing for students to all get involved with. Wonderful for that family and for you guys. Now, lastly, the school app that you guys have. Great idea, first of all, but what can you tell us about the school app?
Well, I think very easy. Everybody uses apps today and not as much the websites, so the apps is great. It allows those push notifications to show parents and students what is all going on throughout the day and the month ahead. So we're really excited about that and the communication.
And one more time, your last name?
Negley.
Negley, what are you here to hear? Eric Negley, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for being here.
Well, that's a Page principal. Up next, after the break, we'll interview Jed O'Donnell with the Grimsley Whirlies. Stay with us here at halftime from Jamison Stadium.
These awards. And also congratulations to the Grimsley golf team that won the Page Grimsley Golf Challenge today at Bryant Park. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to welcome to the field the visiting marching pirates of Walter Hatch Page High School. Marching pirates are under the direction of Mr. Eddie Deaton, drum major Serena Serrano and Clint Benton, and drumline instructor Tobias Nichols. Tonight they'll be playing Finesse by Bruno Mars and Cardi B, Fireball by Pitbull, and CeeLo Green's Forget You.
Welcome back to the Halftime Report. We're here at Jamison Stadium. Thanks for joining us. Rebecca Fiorentino here, now joined with Principal Jed O'Donnell. Thanks for taking the time to be here with us. You must be a happy camper with the score right there. What does this rivalry mean for these two schools?
Yeah, so much. We're two very storied schools, very proud schools. Our history goes back a long way. As you can see from the stands and the students and the players and the band and everything, it means so much to our community in our schools.
And despite the hailstorm, what a great turnout from you guys.
Great turnout. You know, I was worried with about half an hour to go when the heavens opened up. But as you can see, you know, our both communities turn out because, as I said, it means so much. And it goes back so many years, back to the 1960s, and every single year is such a great experience for the entire community.
You've been a part of this rivalry now for 6 years, but what has Coach Brown done for the school and for this community?
I'm so honored to work alongside Coach Brown. He is more than a coach. He's a mentor. He's a father figure. He is a leader in the classroom and on the field as well. He has, along with Coach Albright and all the coaches that we have transformed our sporting program to become a real powerhouse.
And not only that, the ripple effect that football can have on your school.
I'm a firm believer in the culture and ethos of a school and the sporting programs that we have, the arts and the academics. You can feel it throughout the entire school. If I could bottle the atmosphere and the feeling at Grimsley High School and sell it, I'd be a billionaire.
Well, as we're watching the marching bands, both Page and Grimsley perform here at halftime. We gotta do one last thing. You're famous for this on social media. I know it's been Spirit Week this week. If you haven't checked it out yet, you have a message for the students each morning. What's your message now?
Well, I just want to say thank you for everything. I know that our Whirly Nation goes across more than just Greensboro. It goes across the state, from Beaufort, from Harkers Island to Boone. So I just want to say, remember as always, go Whirlies.
We love it. Each morning, check out his messages. That's Principal Jed O'Donnell. Thanks so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, now we'll toss it to some highlights of Friday Night Rivals highlights from across the country. Take a look.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
Cotterill, the West Point commit. West Ashley looking to make a shot downfield. He finds his man. It was Ethan Renew, the sophomore, making the biggest play of his season.
This could very well be the ball game. Drill looking to get within one with the touchdown. They'll throw the same pass to the other side right there and caught. Touchdown, Dreer.
He's able to run. Oh, and he's leveled. It's Xavier Jones again.
Throwing deep. It tipped.
He got it.
And caught by Charleston. Touchdown. He fell, but he's in.
In the backfield, bit of a bad snap. It went wild, but Robertson takes it himself and dives, and he's got the touchdown.
This kid makes things happen when not everything's going right.
Be fielded right at the goal line, and the Clemens Buffaloes bring it out across midfield and break it. Across the 35 to the 40, down the sideline, and gone. An opening night touchdown return. Here's Miles Davis. This kid is a Texas A&M commit. He is the real deal. He finds a seam. He's breaking it across the 30 to the 35. He's still on his feet. Watch out. Davis to the 40. Gets a block. Got to get one more. Touchdown.
Welcome back to the My 48 halftime report here from Jameson Stadium. Whirlies on top, 34-0. Well, we've talked all season long about the Carolina Classic Fair, and we're now joined with DJ Hargrave of the Carolina Classic Fair. First of all, I'm pretty disappointed you didn't bring me some food. We all love the fair. What can you tell us about what's happening now that the fair is over?
Now we're in the ice skating season. So right after the fair, we roll right into ice skating. The annex turns into an ice rink by winter and a concert venue in the summer. So of course, right now we're in the ice season. We're getting ready for Thunderbirds hockey. They kick off November 4th with their first home game with public ice skating starting next week. And it's really a bustling time over there at the ice rink. We're busy during the fair, but we stay just as busy during the ice rink, believe it or not.
How's your ice skating skills?
I'm working on it. My roller skating is okay. My ice skating is a little worse. I'm working on it.
And, you know, now that the fair is over, what is the post-fair life like for the staff over there?
So right after the fair, we recap on everything. We talk about what went well, what we can do better. We meet with a few committees and our advertisers and sponsors and talk about how things went last year. And then believe it or not, in November, we start planning for next year. And we just get ready for the next year. It's not just 6 or 7 months of work the year of the fair. It's a whole 11, 12-month process. So we have a great full-time office staff that works year-round to make the fair happen. We have the guys that work on the ground, so making sure that all the things that I'm not good at, making sure that all the electricity and everything for the vendors is good to go. And then we roll into next year and just start planning.
Well, thanks so much. We really enjoyed having Carolina Classic Fair part of this, and maybe next time we'll see some food.
Absolutely.
Well, you know who I'd love to see ice skating as Coach Snow. And Evan, how are your ice skating skills before you get to the highlights? Come on now. Got to see some highlights of that.
Adrian, you're the athlete of the group.
First of all, I think she's moving up this way, so I want to see her on some ice skates and to see how this works. Athlete down there. Last time she ever interviewed me, she had a bummed up foot or knee or something.
I'd pay some good bucks for DJ Hargrave to join us too on the ice skating rink. Have all four of us just kind of get after it. And
I think, I
do circles around the course. And
what's
see what
that where you do the big spin and just keep spinning? And that'd be
a little
great.
pirouette.
Yes,
land
I could.
on a nice
100%.
Nice blade.
Athlete here, big time.
Blades of glory. That's
Blades of glory. Yes, that's.
I'll be Will Ferrell. So in the first half, explosive plays for Grimsley all night.
Unbelievable. Again, you give it to Mitchell Summers, you got a chance to do something good.
One of 3 touchdowns for Mitchell Summers tonight. Here's the second one.
Yeah, that's the one where he just made a kid miss.
And then a little creativity here to Terrell Anderson.
Yeah, you give it to him, had a bunch set, got it to him, got outside. Hey, athletes make plays.
And then here was a hard-fought first down for Poindexter. That was the one good drive for Page. A little bit of emotion after the fact, and then the Grimsley defense stepped up.
They played well all night. And like you said, you see the emotions getting involved, and it just gets tough. Yeah, that's one where we had that block out of bounds.
There's where some of the shoving and the pushing starts. Then the Pirate gets involved.
Yeah.
Arg, Mimeti, arg.
Yes. I'm going to tell you right now, as a coach, I can deal with my players. I don't want to be dealing with
the mascot.
No, what are we doing?
A little bit of a discrepancy in terms of total yards. Now, the turnover battle has gone to Page. That's one good positive.
Yeah, and that was a big one because after the 4th down stop, they came back down, got it, and which was nice. Gave them some momentum, but, you know, when you look at this, biggest thing we talk about all the stats we want, 34-0, and, you know, you as a coach at Page, Coach Robertson wants to get back going and see what happens.
We noted with the interview with Darryl Brown, he's wanting to correct some things in the second half. What do you want to see fixed for Grimsley?
First of all, the penalties. And you don't want anything crazy to happen. Doug Robertson don't want anything. They're going to handle his program right. Darryl Brown's going to handle his program right. You don't want to see anybody ejected. You don't see anything like that. You want them to play football, play. Sometimes you got to let the chips fall where they may, but you don't want the mess. Nobody likes the mess.
Grimsley is 2 quarters away from a league title. It would be their 5th straight for a Metro title. And Page still has playoff aspirations, so this second half could tell us a lot about the next final week of the regular season.
I think you're always trying to get better. I mean, yes, we're 8 games in, but you're always trying to get better. What can we do to be move the ball against a really good team? What can we do? It's find that way and go from there.
That's the Grimsley Whirlies student section.
My girl Gracie's over there. You know, that's Coach Brown's daughter. You know, she's leading that bunch. That's awesome.
Gracie Brown is a senior, and she's also the head of the student section, which I love to see, also in the student council as well. We'll take a timeout and get ready for an interview with the Page coaching staff. We'll have that when we come back. It's halftime of this inner city battle here in Greensboro. All Grimsley. You see the home crowd there off to a nice start, up by 5 touchdowns. And we'll go down to Rebecca Fiorentino with the Page coaching staff.
Well, Coach, the scoreboard can say one thing, but what did you say to assess with your team in the second half? For the second half,
we just had to play tougher. I mean, we're not very tough. We didn't play very tough right there. We let them get out our game, and they had great field position to start, which kind of hurt us. But more so than anything, they whipped us up front and they made plays and we didn't. And, second half, we got to make plays. We got to play more Page football, which is control the ball and play good, solid defense. And all I asked our kids to do in the second half is fight. And we got to show more fight than we did in the first half, and hope we will.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Guys.
Yeah, good perspective there from Doug Robertson. He knows this is a tough task to win this football game, but there's things to accomplish the next 2 quarters.
100%. You're trying to improve, right? You don't want to go to the playoffs. You want to do that. As a coach, all you want your kids to do is play as hard as they can and as good as they can. You know, sometimes you do run up against some good teams, but at the end of the day, you play hard, you fight like Coach talked about, and, you know, you can live with it.
In that first half, and we noted Mitchell Summers, but 7 carries, 72 yards. And then in the passing game, 11 of 13 for 202. That's about as efficient as you can get.
I think they've done a great job. Coach Tripp, the offensive coordinator, has done a great job of getting Faison into a rhythm, getting him throws that are easy throws. You know, not great. Yeah, we know he threw the last one there and throws it up and guy goes and gets it. That's awesome. We're getting little screens, getting him out in space, getting people out in space, and let them make things happen. Yaks, baby, yards after catch.
This Yak King has 3 more touchdowns tonight. 25 scores for Summers. He's now tied with Alex Sanford of Ledford for the most touchdowns in the Triad area.
I'm telling you, I came to the Reagan game and just saw him. I had a kid by the name of Dedrick Anderson that played for me at West. That was a great player, and it reminds me so much of him. Dedrick went on to play at Johnson C. Smith, played well, and I had to literally beg the Johnson C. Smith coaches to take him, and he went down there and had a great career.
That's at the Charlotte suburb.
Yep.
Mitchell Summers, a junior tailback. He's got the hoodie on. He is making a ton of plays tonight.
Kids in their hoodies. I don't know why anybody wants to wear a hoodie.
But it's chilly outside.
It looks
I mean,
good.
Rebecca's bundled up in 4 layers.
Oh,
we're not because we're indoors.
Rebecca.
But she's tougher than we are. So
athlete, Miss Skier.
Gearing up for this second half. Both teams finishing up their stretches. What's the ceiling for Grimsley? How do they get back to another state title game?
I think, again, you first and foremost, you got to stay away from injuries. Because, you know, when you got all the pieces and you got all the weapons, it helps. So try to stay away from injuries the best you can. But I do think that they're deep, too. You know, just if something happens, it basically goes from there. But I think the biggest thing, continue to get better on defense, which I think they're growing. You lean on that defensive line, lean on that offensive line. And, you know, they're started with a sophomore quarterback, but let's be honest with you, he ain't a sophomore no more. He ain't a sophomore no more. He's been in 8 games, been a part of it. He's seen really good football. So, you know, and like I said, he's got weapons around him, so it's been good.
This Grimsley program's doing everything right. 1, winning football games. 2, a head coach who has family at the school. And we've talked about this with your program at West Forsyth back in the day. And for Darryl Brown, it has to be a fun relationship with his daughter Gracie there every single day.
It's awesome. It's that was a big deal when I decided to step away, was not being around my daughter as much. I'm around her a whole lot more at home than I was at football. She didn't help with football, but that was okay. That she decided to do that, and I was good with it. But it's a family affair, man. Makes it fun.
It's a big family here at Grimsley. And his daughter, who's a softball player, part of this program. We'll talk to her in a little bit. It's fun to see the dynamics. And Rebecca, take it away.
We're down here with Coach Brown's daughter right now, Gracie, and lucky guest to have on our broadcast right now. Let me just say, Coach's daughter. Now, gotta ask you, what did you like out of that first half? What would you like to see in the second half?
Well, I like how Paige still has 0 points, but in the second half, I hope we can keep it up and our offense keep running the ball.
Do you think that's what your dad would say too?
Of course.
Do you get nervous before the games at all?
Extremely nervous. It means as much to me as it does all these guys and coaches.
And what about this rivalry as the head manager? What is it like rallying and seeing all the fans and students that are here today?
It's incredible. Like, I love it so much, and our atmosphere is so amazing. We just create such a good atmosphere for these guys, and we just have such a good rivalry between this school.
All right, what's the cheer that's going to happen right now before the start of the second half?
Let's go Whirlies! Ready?
You guys gonna get them started?
Let's go Whirlies! Let's go Whirlies!
Gracie, great work. We're late in the student section tonight. Rebecca, thanks for the investigative journalism. Man, if you're Daryl Brown, that's got to be so much fun.
I'm sitting here thinking, I know he's enjoying coaching the game, but he would have enjoyed standing around watching that. Hopefully he's got it recorded so he can see it.
That pass is incomplete, looking for Caden Cateau. These family affairs make this matchup so unique. Two schools separated by 5 miles.
Yeah.
You have the student sections that went to middle school and grew up together, and now they're having these high school memories tonight.
100%. It makes it fun. It makes it be a part of it. It's a good thing, especially when you got your family around. It helps even more, no doubt.
Grace is a member of the softball team and one of the leaders of the student section. Always neat to put those family connections. We know with Doug Robertson, his son is the center for the team.
Yep.
And now Anderson on this jet sweep. It's been efficient tonight. Terrell will be short of the first down. 3rd and 1 coming up.
Yeah, again, same. They've been in the same formation, doing the same thing. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Best play call I ever had was again.
And it's a great forward pass, so it moves that pass percentage.
Yeah. I hope my guys over here, stat guys, are making it passes.
Faison Brandon, that first half efficient, 11 of 13. Here's the 3rd and short. Grimsley has not had much close competition in league play. 49+ points in every game and only surrendered 20 points in the league.
Same thing.
There's Anderson. He gets a block. 1v1 and a nice tackle to save a touchdown there for Kasai Poindexter after the crescent forward first down.
So again, same formation, same stuff. Bunch, set, counter. They're going to run counter, can give it, or you can throw it out here. They only have 2 on 3. When you got 2 on 3, that's a numbers thing. My man Faison's getting it out there to people that can make plays happen. They're blocking on the perimeter, didn't hold, so we're good.
Terrell Anderson really explosive with the ball, too. He makes things happen down the field.
We call him twitchy.
Between him and Alex Taylor, that's a dynamic receiving core. Here's Mitchell Summers, the tailback. Oh, my God, Mitchell Summers with his 4th touchdown. Where did this kid come from for 20 yards out?
Dynamite in a small package, man. But, give it to the boys up front. Everybody talks about Summers. He's a great player, but he didn't get touched.
I mean, he popped out of there like a pool ball in the alleyway. That thing just popped and jumped and moved all over the place.
Yeah, again, he's not big, so sometimes it's tough to see him. I think that sometimes plays into your favor.
Mitchell Summers, he has a 6 touchdown game this year against Rollsville, now has 4 tonight.
Wow.
And this will make it a 41-point game.
And the Jackson Henry extra point is good.
It's definitely not the start you wanted. It's the start you wanted for Coach Brown. You want him to go ahead and try to knock them out. Again, Coach just wants you to fight. Coach Robertson, just didn't. We're not there. And I think sometimes you just got to tip your hat. It's tough to do, but that's the way it is.
Do you not see some Sean McVay here and Daryl Brown operating this offense, watching them go to work?
Yeah, again, like I said, you got good weapons, got good scheme. Again, running counter, you have to defend it in the box. Then, so you got to put people up there to take care of Summers. Well, then what happens is, all right, that you don't put enough people out here to defend it. We can throw it out there to you, and when we do, it's on. You know, they had 2 over 3. The reason they had 2 over 3 because they had to have some more people in the box. Well, guess what? Faison's looking out there. He sees numbers. Hey, 2 and 3, you make a play, and here we go.
After a 4-play, 53-yard drive in just over a minute and a half. Longest drive today for Grimsley, a touchdown drive, was 1 minute and 29 seconds.
Jeez. They ain't going to win time of possession, I don't guess, but if you're scoring, it don't matter.
Well, and the clock will start running after this kickoff. It's a 40-point difference.
42. It's got to be 42.
42 in high school.
Got to be 42 in high school.
The hanging Chad, if you will.
Yes.
That missed extra point.
Oh, that is right. Yeah. That is right. You know, and as Coach Brown, you would want that because now you could get some kids in, you get some kids out, and here we go.
Hayes Jewelers kickoff goes into the end zone, and that'll backpedal Elijah Jones. Important drive here for Page to start this second half.
Just put good plays together, put them together, stack some plays together. At this point, try to get some stuff going and see what happens.
In that first half, 53 yards rushing for Page, 21 in the air.
You know, as I've sat and watched my man Summers run, he made me think of Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn, not big, but can play.
Whose father was a coach for the Cowboys.
Yes,
drafted Duke.
Yes, unbelievable.
At a Tulane.
Yep.
Maurice Andrews, the back, does not get the rock. Nice catch for Wilson, able to bring that one in. Reminds me a lot of Kyle Juszczyk of the 49ers, elusive fullback on that flat run.
Gosh, yeah, big kid. He's their H-back. Make some things happen for him. Got him out in the flats. Hey, again, started, good play, good drive starter. Got something going.
And Page has utilized the fullback and the H-back a ton tonight. That's been important offensively.
Coach is an offensive line coach, so he wants to be able to run the football. And basically, it's like I formation, but you don't get in the eye.
With the West Forsyth legendary coach Adrian Snow and Evan Budrovich tonight in Greensboro. Here's a deep shot for Henson, and it's incomplete. Looking for Sion Robinson.
Yeah, again, sets up play action. Now you got 3rd and 4, 3rd and whatever. So they play action there, try to get the guy on the post and see what happens. You know, had good protection, 6-man protection. Had the H-back involved in the protection.
Throw too, right in the belly.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. You just got to finish the drill.
This might be 4-down territory for Page. 3rd and 4 coming up.
Spreading them out here. Maybe see if you can get them to defend those people. See if you can pop something up the middle with Andrews.
Here comes the blitz and a whistle.
He got a false start.
Yeah, it was a false start. Back it up 5 more.
Illegal procedure to call against the Pirates.
This O-line anchored by the son of the head coach, Tate Robertson, who's the senior center. And we asked Doug about that. Life without his 2 kids on the football team and in the program. It was a hard realization.
Empty nester. I still remember him saying that. I got about 2 years from that. Woo! Ain't gonna be no fun.
It's a family affair between these programs. Both head coaches with kids in the programs right now. And on 3rd down, there's Wilson. He's spun down quickly, and a nice tackle in open space. That was Elijah Ingram, the junior safety.
Ran him across the formation. H-back cross formation, tried to hit him in the flat. Defense rallied up. Coach Rigsby and the boys got him going.
So Santiago Garcia on to kick. Busy first half for Santiago. 5 punts. A clean boot that time. And takes a nice bounce for Page. We'll take the timeout. Grimsley rolling in this inner city matchup, looking to lock in the 4A Metro League title when we come back.
Welcome back to Jamison Stadium. Whirlies on top 41-0, and we're here now with the Grimsley Athletic Director, Ethan Albright. Now, I talked to you before the game about that crazy hailstorm that we had. What did you guys have to do amidst all that?
Well, we kind of expect this Page Grimsley night. There's always going to be something unexpected. We just had to wait it out. Mother Nature's in charge, and it was unusual to see this field covered in ice. The worst that came out of it is it washed out our north gate, so we only had one entrance for the stadium tonight, but we were flexible and it all worked out.
And how about the way that this field was able to manage the hail that came and then how it melted?
Well, if you notice, we've got a big crown on our field, so that helps us. It was pretty dry to begin with, and it was able to, run the water off, and we were good to go.
Well, a unique thing for you is this is your first year to just be a fan. You had your son play for Grimsley last year. What's it like now to just be a fan and athletic director?
Well, it's kind of neat. Not having to worry about a kid being involved in it, I could focus on the administrative side of it a little bit more. It's been a lot of fun. It's unusual. I've either been playing in it or had a son playing in it or a nephew playing in it until this year.
And how is Nolan doing?
Fantastic. He loves college life. He's a typical college kid.
Well, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations on your son, and you've played in this rivalry as well, so a big one here tonight.
It's awesome. Thanks. Love seeing the big crowd here.
Guys?
Awesome to hear from Ethan Albright, the athletic director, NFL experience, a decade-long career in the NFL, and we had some movement before that snap.
Yeah, Coach Brown's tore up about it too because it's probably going to be 6. Yeah, Coach Albright's a good man, always been good to me, and he's a big part of what goes on here because he understands what it takes to be successful in football.
We have players from both teams down right now. That's Poindexter for Reagan, or sorry, for Page, and Terrell Anderson getting back up for Grimsley.
Yeah, you definitely don't see anybody hurt.
And Poindexter is an integral piece for Page. Great freshman.
Yeah, you do not see that very much. Mendenhall Middle School, they're great people there. Their athletic director, she's sweet as it could be. Fran Cardwell's awesome, and I know she probably enjoyed being around him while he was there.
Closed captioning for tonight's game is brought to you by Caring Hands. At Caring Hands Home Health, we do our best to make your loved ones feel like they're being taken care of. Grimsley knocking on the door from the 22-yard line. Mitchell Summers with 4 touchdowns tonight gets outside. Oh, Mitchell Summers wants a 5th, and there you go. 5 touchdowns for Summers.
Golly, electric. I'm telling you, Deuce Vaughn. Deuce Vaughn's, literally, Deuce Vaughn is 5'6", 5'7", 176 pounds. Very similar. Give it to him, see what happens. I thought there was a false start, but they didn't call it, so we're going to move on. Good blocking on the perimeter. That's when you make good things happen. It's when you block on the perimeter.
27 touchdowns this year for Summers. He is doing everything right. 53 yards in 49 seconds. Man, this offense is electric. And Jackson Henry here to complete the extra point. Eventually. There you go. Right at the edge of the play clock. So that'll work.
You want him to hold a little bit, but I don't know about that long.
We'll take a timeout. Grimsley ready in control with a 6th touchdown.
second drawing on the 60-50 drawing. Get out your ticket. Winning number for $377. 213-597. 213-597.
Doing something mean to it. Do it better than anybody you ever seen. Do it. Scream for the lady. I guess any superhero need his name. Music. No one man to have all that power. Clock's ticking. I just count the hours. Stop tripping. I'm tripping off.
All Grimsley tonight, a quarter and a half away from a league title as well. They would clinch the 4A Metro division.
Yeah, here it is. Coach Rigsby's talking to Coach Brown, and I know what they're talking about. What are they talking about? When do we start subbing in? When we start doing stuff? Because you got to try to take care of kids and make sure we're good. You know, and you want to be able to get backups a chance to play, because you never know. You never know when you got to have them. You got to be that next man ready to go. Give them some live bullets, live action.
You think back to last year's quarterback, Ryan Stevens, out with an injury late in the year, and Faison Brandon came in and got some reps as a freshman. So it can happen at any time.
Yeah, you're only one play away, and that's why you always got to be prepared. But in a game situation, it's good to get them in there, get them a chance to play.
This is the Hayes Jewelers kickoff. Hayes Jewelers of Lexington since 1939. Wow, that's a perfect kick. Everything going right for the special teams from Luke Barnes.
My man thought he was going to get on the 35, but no.
Not much there for Elijah Jones. And now the clock will run with this 48-point difference.
The first and 10 Pirates in their own 20-yard line.
I think, again, Coach Robertson just want to compete. Just keep competing, keep playing, keep doing. Yeah, you know, you want to do it the right way here at the end.
Early JVs will be at home next Thursday night. They're undefeated as well. Against the Nighthawk Junior Varsity, 7 o'clock.
These are two programs that have basically homecoming weeks leading up to this. Bonfires, cookouts, big events after the JV games on Thursday. And Grimsley's looked up to the billing tonight. To the inside handoff, gets 2 yards.
Tough sledding up in there right now.
Reminds me a lot of the West-East Forsyth rivalry in terms of that inner-city, inter-county matchup.
I don't know if I've ever heard of that one.
Adrian Snow, very familiar with West Forsyth. League rivals. That'll have a league title implications on the line.
Yeah, conference championship next week in the Village. I know Coach Willard and Coach Wallace will have both their teams ready. It'll be fun to watch. I might go over and stand in the corner.
This game was for a league title, and Grimsley's going to wrap that up in the next quarter and a half. Barley runs the QB option, and not much cooking there.
Coach Rigsby's gone to a 3-man front here, trying to give a different look, but it's also, hey, can we do it? You know, I think that's a good thing. They played it some earlier in the year against Reagan. I saw that.
A couple of backup defensive linemen in now as well. The depth of this D-line is important too. Jalen Anthony checks in, number 39. Bakari Colberry, the junior D-tackle.
Yeah, like I said, what's great is you want to get those kids in. You want them to, everybody's a part of the team. Everybody can't play all the time, and that's okay. You know, now sometimes that struggles with the parents, but it's still good, and it's a part of learning.
Third and 9. Trying some creativity, and Jones not able to get there.
Lined up a little bunch set, tried to squeeze it in there, tried to run a little outside zone. Didn't get what you needed.
Even up 48-0, the communication remains here for this Grimsley defense.
Yeah, I mean, again, when you put those guys in, I always remember Coach Smith back in the day watching the Tar Heels. When he put the backups in, he wanted them to play just as good as the guys that were the starters.
This is a 4th down play. The punter had to throw his helmet on real quick. Santiago Garcia. He's getting his money's worth tonight.
Santiago, he's the one that played scout team defense, Coach said. He probably was getting ready.
No mouth guard, no problem for Santiago. And his best kick of the night with no helmet, and he had to rush out there. I love high school football.
Can't beat it, baby.
As he kicks it 45 yards to flip the field.
Strapping it up as he rolls out on the field. Hey, you know what? Don't think about it. Go out there and kick. Here we go.
Let's take a look at tonight's Linder Turf and Tractor scoring summary. Linder Turf and Tractor is your choice for Kubota construction agricultural equipment. We'll get you that coming up in the 4th quarter. They call it a tease in the business.
Oh, man.
Linder Turf and Tractor. Coming up in the fourth quarter, stay tuned to find out who's tonight's Carolina Classic Fair Player of the Game. I have a feeling it's Mitchell Summers, but stay tuned. The Carolina Classic Fair, there's magic in the fair.
We're collecting votes as we speak.
I think the votes have been tallied. There's no runoff in this election. Back on the ground. New tailback, though, coming in. And a nice hole here on the first rush for Micah Williams. 25th carry of the year for Micah.
Ran a little counter play, pulled the guard and tackle. In, got up the field, we kicked him, we wrapped, and my man's got rolling.
That's a Crescent Ford first down. Crescent Ford, a High Point, serving the triad since 1970. Has not been serving the triad as long as this rivalry. It dates back to 1964.
Crazy.
The first meeting.
Yeah, in the 60s when they got going. It used to be Greensboro Senior High School, I think is what it was. I'm trying to get I wasn't back there during that days, but.
Back to Summers, or pardon me, back to Williams. And Michael Williams just keeps churning those legs. They'll get close to the first down.
Great, made a great cut, had a missed block. He still makes a cut and makes a play. I think it's good. He's getting in there, getting a chance to get a look.
And Michael Williams is a sophomore. This is the next generation.
Yeah. As we would talk about the boys in Forsyth County, we talk about getting some burn.
This kid runs hard too, Michael Williams. Clearly Summers is the story, but there's a lot of work. We have a timeout.
Collect $377.
Coach Tripp and those guys, you know, this is where you're coaching those kids up that ain't in there a lot, making sure they're straight. Defensively doing the same thing.
Coming up in the fourth quarter, we'll highlight tonight's West Shore home play of the game. West Shore home, bringing happiness to every home. It's interesting. Grimsley has obviously scored with ease, but they've started with the football at the 48-yard line on their average field position. It's been incredible tonight.
Big deal there. It's all about field position battle, and when you basically only have to drive it right around 50 yards every time with the type of offense they have, it just makes it it's just easier. You know, that's a big deal. Kicking game, fumbles, you know, things like that just cause you problems.
Then you factor in the 5 rushing touchdowns, a couple of passing quick scores. And Page used the timeout, so they have 2 left. Clock now starts running. Williams, look at him juking away. Williams makes a lot out of nothing there with a first down run. And then after the play, Nick Cashabara, your guy, blocking 20 yards down.
Come on now, I'm all about that block. I think that was a good block. My man took a ride, and Cashabara was rolling.
We watch 72.
Yeah, let's watch 70. Don't worry about the running back. Yeah, I see him going. I see him on the screen. There he goes. Nice. That's what you're looking for as an offensive line coach.
That's how you finish a block right there.
Coach Brown's fired up.
Will Brown, not related to Darryl Brown,
correct,
runs the O-line. Graduated 3 starters from last year's unit, and putting in some nice work tonight. Williams back to it, and he'll get at least 5, if not 6.
The good thing here is just let him grind it out, see what happens, get some kids in. Still got Faison in there, but I promise you he ain't gonna run it.
Entering the 5-Star Roofing red zone. 5-Star Roofing, we do this every single day. And given how Grimsley scores, it's every single week.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable right now. I mean, like I said, electric. Got a lot of weapons.
Back to Williams.
Stay up inside.
Oh, good tackle to get that stop.
Coaches had a different formation, played with a tight end a little bit now. Give somebody else something to look at and basically make sure you could do it down the road if you needed to. Still ran counter out of it.
That was Christian Vampire. Yes, Christian Vampire with the stop.
Nice.
I like that name.
You gotta be a dude. That's awesome.
He's got to be a demon.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that's good.
Watch out for his bite.
Ooh, I like it.
Could be deadly. Williams on 3rd and 2. He's got the first and keeps that pile moving to the 10 inside the 5-Star Roofing red zone. On a Crescent Ford first down.
I wonder what he would be for Halloween, guys.
Not quite going to be first and goal.
Dracula?
That would be
Frankenstein?
awesome. I didn't think
we got to go with all of them.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
Coach Snow, what's your Halloween costume of choice?
I promise you, not a lot of nothing.
He's a football coach. It's pretty scary at times.
Yes. You've seen me. I've eaten too much candy.
So we tick under a minute in this third quarter. Faison Brandon elects to keep it, and he's going nowhere. Good sack from this D-line.
I promise you, he didn't elect to keep it. There was an issue in the backfield, and Coach Brown held his breath when it happened.
Yeah, Luke O'Reilly there with a sack. Halloween is next week, Coach.
Is it? I got a sophomore, a junior daughter. We're done with Halloween. I just set the candy out on the porch and
never too young to trick or treat. Or
let them have at it.
We head to the fourth quarter. We got plenty of tricks left in the bag. Grimsley up 48-0. We'll wrap up this final quarter. Stick with us here on My 48.
Be safe.
Welcome to the fourth quarter here at Grimsley High School. Grimsley dominating Page in this inner city rivalry. Faison Brandon and the offense go back to work, and we have a loose football, and Page is on top of it. There's the second turnover for Grimsley tonight. And a recovery for Zyquan Scott, the D lineman.
Again, Faison working with a new running back, it just makes it the exchange. Probably doesn't do it a lot with him, but again, it's all about trying to take care of the ball there. You know, I know Michael Williams not been in there long, but hey, you might need him down the road, so you need to get it done.
That's 2 fumbles and really a third that should have been called for Grimsley. So
Yes.
a lot of mistakes.
Faison's played really well, no doubt about it. But I'm gonna put that one on him. You know, at the end of the day, hey, you got to have a good pocket, but also he's got to make sure to get it to him.
Two programs separated by just 5 miles. As here's the tailback, Christian Brown, running outside. Nice gain there.
Yeah, again, right now you want to come out. I mean, nobody wants moral victories, but you want to try to end on a good note. Let's try to get some good stuff going. See if you go down, put it in the box, and see what happens.
These are two programs with some great lineage. You think of Danny Manning, two-time NBA All-Star at Page, and then of course Jamal Jarrett now at Georgia, and then DJ Reader of Cincinnati, who's played in the NFL for a decade.
Got a lot of great players that have been through both of these schools, both of these programs.
Think back to Jim Staten in the 1950s and 60s.
Wow, you're
8 NFL guys at Grimsley's history.
That's amazing.
I'll be honest, Wikipedia helped me out. I didn't know the full history of the 50s.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hey, it's called research.
Rebecca, we've talked about fathers and sons all night. It's your time to shine.
We have. I love a good father-son. Father-daughter story, too, has just been the name of the game this weekend. Well, I asked center Tate Robertson, whose dad is the head coach for Paige, what it's like having his father as the head coach. And I could hear his smirk over the phone, guys. He said, well, it has its ups and it has its downs, especially when you ride home after practice every day. Tate gets no special treatment as the coach's son, though. I got that confirmed by some of the players. And not only does Tate have his father as the head coach, but he's in Coach Robertson's weight training class as well. So imagine your dad is the head coach and the weight training coach. They spend a lot of time together, but the two have developed a special bond. But the biggest question I had for him was whether or not Tate calls him coach or he calls him dad. And he said, well, that's my dad, so I call him dad. There are arguments, though, don't get me wrong, or in Tate's words, there are disagreements.
Disagreements, that's amazing.
But he expects me to play to my potential, and our relationship has grown. So neat story there between father and son. Love to see that on the football field, on and off.
Doug, a father of 2. His daughter graduated last year. His son Tate is a senior now. And it's fun to see kind of that growing up process for a family.
The great thing is he's involved with them, both of them within the football program. And then, you know, the Tate situation, you're going to get to coach him. It means a lot. But I'll be honest with you, if it's a coach's kid, I'm really hard on my daughter. Even though I don't, in volleyball, stuff like that, I'm hard on her because I understand what it'll do for her down the road, learning other experiences.
Santiago Garcia, more time on this punt. Looks like he's found his rhythm here. Uncontested and able to flip the field for a 28-yard punt.
Not bad, not bad. Good punt. Did a good job. Coach talked about him being a team player. Scout team guy. He's just not a kicker. He goes out and does stuff with the team, and he said that.
Talk about a team player here. Look at this kid
Come on now, let's go.
That's great speed. Whoop, whoop. Sign him up for the varsity.
Hey, my man's carrying it high and tight, too. I like it.
5 points of pressure, keeping the
beat it.
tight.
Can't beat it.
He probably watched Grimsley drive the football. Yeah. I'm not fumbling it tonight.
Yeah, got a little wiggle to him. Twitchy. Nice. Probably a coach's kid.
There are a ton of new bodies in for this Grimsley team. New quarterback in as well. This is Drew Searles, or pardon me, not Drew. This is Hudson Cooper, and Hudson gets out of bounds after rushing for a first down.
Yeah, I think that was he probably was meant to do something else, but he found a way, got the ball. You know, probably got a little jitters being in there this time, and getting to play in this Paige Grimsley rivalry.
Jacquez Crawford, the backup, not available tonight. Typically the option at number 2, so it's more of a running back by committee running the offense.
Trying to get the plays in. It's always, you want it to be smooth, but sometimes it's a little different with these guys because they don't get as many reps.
Here's Cooper feeding his tailback. Hihelgo. Oh, Hihelgo breaks it loose. Heidi, Heidi, ho! Touchdown, Hihelgo!
Look at the sideline. The sideline is fired up because they wanted that kid to score. That's awesome. Look at them. I mean, they are losing it. I've been there. I understand it.
If I could find him, there he is. Bang hard touchdown for the backup tailback.
That's awesome. Great counter play. Made a play. Pulled the guard and the H-back and made a good play. Made a good cut. And, man, found pay dirt. Awesome.
First touchdown. How about that?
That's awesome. I'm glad for the kid. I know that the way I saw the sideline going meant a lot to them.
There's a penalty against Grimsley in the celebration. Fort Hihelgo. And he is loving every second of this.
I've been a part of one of those situations we had at one night at Mooresville. Now I know you're talking about bringing them up, where our coaches lost it, the players lost it. We had a kid pick one off, and he took it back for 6, and everybody was down there because they were fired up about the kid scoring. We had to learn from that. One person wasn't down there, and it was the old fat football coach.
Extra point upcoming for the backup kicker, Jackson Henry. We have some movement first. Clock will continue to run here in this 42-point difference.
Basically started a little early there.
There is Jamal Jarrett. We've noted some of the lineage here at Grimsley. He's currently playing on the Georgia roster for Kirby Smart. An all-state performer last year, and he's back supporting his teammates tonight.
Jennifer, go down there and ask him if Jared Wilson blocked him in practice. Jared Wilson played for me at West Forsyth. He's your backup center.
This Triad area produces quality talent. Terrell Anderson and Alex Taylor, the latest to join them next year. Oh no! There's no kick and a throw. Oh, a drop.
He dropped it.
Really tried it there. And maybe not intentionally with Alex Taylor, but he couldn't catch it.
Did I just say?
We'll take our final timeout of the night. Grimsley, 5 minutes away from a league title. Welcome back to Grimsley. And Rebecca Fiorentino, take it away.
Well, we've got the big man back on campus. What's your repping here? We love the fit, by the way. Love the fit.
I had to represent Georgia, you know.
Well, we're here with Jamal Jarrett. You played in this game. You've been in this rivalry. What's it like to be here, to be back on campus and talking with the guys?
It's really great just seeing the young guys that grinded with me, my senior year. They really developed as, young men outside the football field as well. And it's good to just see them turn up and defeat our rivals. Like, we're killing them right now.
Georgia has a bye week this weekend, so you're able to come back for the rivalry. How's the college life been? How's it been with Georgia and the transformation going from Grimsley to Georgia?
It's definitely been great. I can say that Grimsley develops me to, develops its players to, for the next level, So, me getting to Georgia, I was able to condition stuff like that and get ready for the team. And Georgia really helped me, Grimsley really helped me get ready for Georgia, you know what I mean? So, it's really just a blessing within a mile, you know what I mean? Take everything day by day. It'll turn out great towards the long run.
Well, we love it. Jamal, thanks so much for taking the time with us. Congratulations, and we will be cheering you on in the future.
I got you. Appreciate it. Go Dogs.
Guys.
The Grimsley Whirlies, 4A Metro League champions, defeating their rivals in Page and locking up a 24th straight win. Dominant effort from the Grimsley Whirlies tonight. We'll take our final timeout and conclude this broadcast when we come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, win, lose, or draw, Whirlies sing the alma mater after every home game. Thanks to the crowd for a great evening. Now to present the winning trophy. First of all, for the Friday Night Rivals trophy presentation to the winning team.
Well, welcome back to Jamison Stadium, 54-0. We're now joined with the entire Grimsley squad here with me. But Coach, take us through that win and what you were able to do to be so successful.
Well, I was really proud of our guys. I thought we were really composed throughout the game, showed a lot of poise, played really hard, was very efficient offensively. I thought we played lights out on defense. Played really well on first and second down, which is big downs for us. So just pleased with the whole group.
A lot of help out of this guy who had 5 touchdowns tonight, Mitchell Summers. He is our player of the game for many reasons. What can you say about his efforts tonight?
Well, it's a weekly thing for this guy. But he'll be the first one to tell you that our offensive line played their tails off. And, without them guys up front, we can't run and throw like we do. And then Mitch, when he finds creases, he makes things happen. So he had a big-time night, but it was a collective effort.
Well, on the line tonight was the conference title. With this win, you guys are now conference champions. What does this win mean in a rivalry game as well?
No, it's a special night. One of our goals every year is to win a conference championship. So just so happened tonight we was playing Page, which is a big rivalry for us. But we treat every game the same. And so, we'll kind of refocus and get ready again for next week. We got a big one to try to finish the regular season undefeated. So we got to go back to work next Monday.
You guys feel the same? Yeah! Well, congratulations. You are Friday Night Rivals champion, our winner. Enjoy this one. Thanks, Coach.
Grimsley defending home turf against their nearby rivals in Page. And you kind of see the emotion there knowing the league championship, the opportunity. That was a fun night all the way around for Grimsley. And we just talked about Mitchell Summers a moment ago. He is our Winston-Salem Fairgrounds player of the game.
Dude can make it happen.
Not one, not two, but 5 tutties for the junior tailback.
Like I said, Coach did a great job talking about the offensive line. Blocked rail, but it's good.
Now here is the play of the game. West Shore home. Final play of the half here for Grimsley.
Was a backbreaker. Had great covers, made a great play.
This is Alex Taylor going up and getting it and really put this game out of reach. West Shore home, America's most admired home remodeling brand. And it was all Grimsley in our Linder Turf and Tractor scoring summer, including the touchdown by Hihelgo, the backup third-string running back. And there was some good love there, scoring in every quarter for Grimsley tonight.
Yeah, found a way, man. They were, like I said, Coach said, they were efficient, got after it, and played great defense too, set them up most of the night.
That'll wrap everything up here. Thank you, Adrian Snow, for joining us. We also want to thank our sponsors to make this thing possible. Capital Metals, we saw the trophy from High Point. Cook Reynolds for those end zone views, and a mountain fried chicken. I doubled down on the pregame meal tonight. It was delicious. Thank you to our high schools, Grimsley and Page, for making things happen. The Winston-Salem Fairgrounds for this broadcast. Final week of the regular season next week, and a league title on the line. The West Forsyth Titans, the East Forsyth Eagles championship coming up on My 48 Sports. For our talented crew, Wes Myers, director, Lori Bates, producer, Adrian Snow, and Rebecca Fiorentino. I'm Evan Budrovich. We say good night from Greensboro.